Oh. Hey, what's up, Freddie, man? How you doing? It's time. It's time. It's time. It's what we've all been waiting for. Yes, yes, yes. I'm on the way to Brighton. What's happening in Brighton? It's not exactly the warmest time of year. There we go. DJing. Wow. You're really already going on tour and stuff. That's really exciting. Very, very fun stuff, mate. Congrats. If you're traveling on Sunday, I imagine the DJing is tomorrow, right? Or is it this evening? That's odd. It seems to be breaking up a little bit. My bad. Alright, I think we're back. Not sure what that was. Can you hear me okay? Is there any weird noises coming up from my end or anything like that? Please let me know. Aha. I'm just gonna change. Hello, mate.
Yo, hello.
How you doing, man?
In a bit of a Christmas season.
Oh, nice. Very nice. How was church?
It was good. Good, thank you, man. Yourself?
Yeah,
How's your day been?
I've just been prepping for this. Desla's not here yet. Yeah, it's been good. I'm kind of hungry actually. I haven't eaten the whole day. Can you hear me okay? Am I breaking up or is it fine?
No, I can hear you okay.
Nice, nice. Is there an echo? Can you hear yourself at all?
No, I can't hear myself, but I can hear you.
Okay, good. That's perfect. I'm just saying, please let me know if there are any audio issues. I'm a bit disappointed you can't pin stuff for longer than a minute on TikTok chat, which is a bit odd.
Honestly, I've never really used TikTok Live.
Really?
So this is yeah.
So in terms of your kind of audience stuff, how do you do? Is just mainly like the videos, and you don't do any in-person events, anything like that?
No, not really in person yet. So I think I was gonna do a little bit of time if I do in person. But for now,
That's not working.
video.
Ignore me. Let me change that back. I'm just playing around with this to see.
Surprised me a little bit. I said, oh.
I wanted you to be a bit bigger, isn't it? Because like you're one of the star attractions, so I didn't want it to be just tiny in a corner. But it's not letting me do that. I think Desola's going to join in a minute. Isaac,
Yeah.
good timing, mate. Well done, well done. Thank you for joining. Oh, Hachi's here as well. Hi, how are you? You made it. Really, really nice. Excellent. Give it a few more minutes and seconds, and then we'll kick off. Thank you guys for joining. I don't want to do the intro yet, and I have to repeat myself, which would be not ideal. So I'll at least wait for Desola to join. Oh, Malika's here. Hello. Hopefully you guys, as I was doing my promo and stuff, it sounded interesting enough for you guys. I think Malika, you're gonna love this conversation. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. John's already been to church.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Hello. Malika's actually one of my neighbors. We live relatively close to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Small world. We used to work in the same company as well.
That's even smaller then.
Exactly. Hello. Where's this? Where is she? Hello, miss. All right, I'll do a soft intro. I don't want to keep you guys that are prompt waiting. That's really bad, isn't it? If you're prompt, you deserve special treatment. I was gonna play the video from which I was inspired to do this conversation. But hopefully my sound is actually good enough. I can actually test that now that I have less people in here. If I play something, can you hear it?
Like, be a
Can you hear
performative
that?
ass man.
No, okay.
No.
1 second. Let's make the necessary adjust. Oh, actually can hear it. Oh, you guys can hear it.
Oh, that's perfect then. That's fine.
Oh, you can hear it. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. Oh, if you guys can, sorry, Freddie can hear it as well. Sorry,
I'll improvise.
improvise. I'm gonna say
I
what
got many more.
I'll give like a little 5 second summary. So I was literally scrolling through TikTok. I don't know.
I'm gonna be
week,
real as fuck, okay?
and I saw
I'm
this
gonna be
video.
real as fuck, okay? If I was a man, you know what? I'd probably be a man whore. Like, I don't know. Like, just think of it. Bitches left and right and like fucking, you don't have to worry about shit. You have the upper hand in society. Like, be a performative ass man. Or I would also kind of be like the ones that like I'll probably be like a bitch ass, like gym rat, like fucking. But y'all have no excuse for real in the real world.
So you get the idea. Essentially, she's making the point that she if she was a man, she would do all these sorts of things, and I guess the primary point there is like she'd be ooh, my voice is echoing. Oh, sorry, I didn't turn it off. Should be better now. Is it good now?
No.
It's still echoing.
Yeah, still okay.
Hello. How about now? Oh, now you can't hear me. Oh. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it turned on both my microphones. Apologies for that. Nice. Okay, so that's the conversation. She was saying, oh, you know, if I was a man, I'd be doing X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. Oh, I forgot my light. Sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there we go. Get it all fancy. How's that? Much better. much better as well. So she was making the point that if she was a guy, she'd be doing all these things, blah, 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 you know, really proud of herself. And it got me thinking, like, a lot of those kind of conversations are things that, as guys, we have within ourselves, but we don't really think about how it feels like for women. So she's assuming that if she was a guy, she'd be doing all these things. But it doesn't really occur to her, like, actually, what's that really like as a guy? You know, she's just assuming that it's a great experience to be doing all those things, etc., etc. And so then, I guess the point was, the more I thought about it, I guess there are other things like that. And again, the ones you can see on the screen right now are just 4, but there are many, many experiences that men and women share identically that we do wonder, maybe a lot of people don't wonder. I was wondering, what is the female side to that? So, obviously, like I said, it's an exhaustive list, but we're going to talk about 4 of them today. And the idea for this is meant to cover, hopefully, the kind of gamut of romantic interaction. So you start off like, you know, you meet someone, the initiation, the norms, you know, set it all up, self-esteem. That one's a bit controversial. I'm going to get into why I shoehorned that one in because I saw something else, which is why I put that one in. And then obviously the physical relationship. So the idea for this is that it's meant to be a conversation and we're going to be sharing experiences. So if you start to enjoy it so much that you want to tell us about your personal experience, we'd really love to hear from you. Because obviously there's only 3 of us on stage right now. It's not exactly the most broad perspective. I mean, we've all experienced stuff, right? But the more people, the better, basically. And the more experiences we have and we hear from, we're meant to ideally start to understand each other better and like, okay, oh, actually, when you approach a girl, blah, blah, this is how she really feels about it. You know, as a guy, guys talk about those experiences all the time. Like, oh, you know, you're at DLT, you're at recess, you try to chat to this girl, try to move to this babe. You know, like, she just ignored you, she aired you. You're telling your boys, I just haven't got it today. I don't know. Maybe from her perspective, I don't know, someone just broke her heart. You never know. Or maybe she was just not in that mood. What are those kind of inside baseball experiences that women are getting that they talk about between themselves as girls? As guys, we talk about our experience. How do we kind of bridge that gap and bring it all together? So the idea for the format is going to be like, I'm going to play a role of like moderator / interviewer / experience sharer. And John is going to stand in for the guys, colloquially speaking. And so I'll present the female perspective to him. I mean, unless you guys want to, if you guys want to role play, that's fine. So that you can read out maybe put a little girl voice on it, like it's an audiobook or something. And then the idea is meant to be that John can then present the male perspective and be like, well, actually, speaking to guys, etc., or in my personal experience, etc., I can also share something, and then we'll turn it back to this and be like, okay, a lot of guys feel like this is how the woman experience is like. What can you tell us about, do you agree with that? Do you blah, blah, I think the more personal these things are, the better, because you're getting a more, honest perspective on what people actually go through, because those, individual experiences are what we hear, because these quotes are caricatures for a reason. Now, some people are going to ask me, like, how did I come up with them? If you want to know, I'll tell you later. But don't ask me whose opinions they are. It's just a general male perspective, yeah? All right, so housekeeping, if I should go through that. Obviously, the idea for this conversation is meant to be, like, quite personal. Probably going to be some sharing and maybe oversharing on my end. Let me just disclaim that now. I do be oversharing from time to time. So let's try and keep it, like, respectful. Let's make sure we're, like, I want to see the comments get lively. People talking about how much they agree or disagree, But again, people are sharing personal experiences here. So I do appreciate John and Desola for doing this. Thank you guys so much. But bear in mind that people are sharing stuff. So even if you hear something that you wildly disagree with and you're like, nah, that's actually crazy, you would think that. Again, that's how guys just be thinking. That's how girls just be thinking. Like, don't take it personal. Just think of it as an opportunity to kind of learn more about the other side, Be curious about their experience. And I will pop up the question thing in a minute. So in as much as you have questions, do keep them coming. I'll keep a repository of sorts, and we'll get through those as we can. Like I said, the more livelier this is, the better. The more engaging, the more exciting for everyone involved, because again, we don't want to hear just from, like, a limited range of experiences. I'm trying to get, like, again, you guys are not that old, but some younger 20-somethings in here. But everyone's shy nowadays. I don't know why. Everyone's always doing content, but come and talk on stage, and all of a sudden they don't want to do it. It's fine. So I think that's all for the housekeeping and the introduction things. Is there anything else I'm missing? Again, well, this is just to show you, again, it's meant to start from, if you imagine, the start of the relationship or initial attraction all the way to the end, or maybe the middle. We'll see. All right. Getting into the first one then. Already getting into it. Maybe, who wants to go first? Do you want to go first, John, or do you want to go first, Desola? You want to do the guy first, the girl first?
I say Desola.
Lola.
Nah, let's see, guys. Guys, I had to
Sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
No, you guys go first.
It's
I'll be
fine.
more stable in like minutes.
It's fine. I can go first. I can go. I'm the host. I'll go first. I'll do my oversharing up front, and then hopefully I set a blueprint for you guys for the level of personal detail. I want to hear all the crazy stuff. Tell us about the time you got aired and you had to turn your phone off for a day because it really hit you in the chest. We want to hear all of that. Do be liking the live as well, guys. I think the more we like it, the more we boost it. Get more people in here sharing experiences. All right. Does someone want to ask me so this, are you gonna ask me the female perspective then? So again, it's meant to be like the female perspective is the caricature idea of what women think men are like or whatever, or how they experience it, and then the men is like what men think women are like. So maybe if you want to ask me the women's one, I can be like, I can get into my acts.
You can get into your act? Okay, cool. Men are scared to approach women. I can't remember the last time someone approached me in Thing is, it's true though. I do feel like guys are a bit more hesitant than before. It's not all of them.
What do you mean before? Before when?
Or maybe they're not as I don't know. Before
Oh.
ChatGPT.
Before ChatGPT.
But I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. You go.
Oh, so you agree with that general perspective? And again, I've written it as a caricature, but you agree with that?
I think I might agree with her.
Yeah, because honestly, I think it's pretty nuanced. I think with the more that we have social media, people record their interactions. So I do know that, like, let's say if it's a gym influencer and a guy was moving to her, but she put it on camera, and everyone's saying, wow, why don't they leave us alone? And it's obviously, again, not everyone, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to be corned online. So I think that's a new thing that's changed, where it's like, something that you did as a one-time thing can live forever on the internet. So I think some people are hesitant because of that.
Makes sense.
I think also, like, not trying to overset boundaries. I think that, like, because women are more vocal about boundaries and feeling uncomfortable, which is a good thing for us, I think that some guys might just be more hesitant because they don't want to be that guy, right? So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I guess it's one of those like bittersweet things where it's like, thank you for respecting our boundaries, but like, oh, nobody wants to talk no more. Oh,
So someone asked a question, said, "Do girls want to be approached?"
Oh, damn.
Oh,
yeah, but it depends. It's one of those, have you seen that meme where it's like harassment versus flirting? It really depends. And then also, I think it depends on the woman. Like some girls are very like anti, like they just don't want it. They don't care what you have to say. But then some girls are, are. So it's really like I can't talk on behalf of all women because someone will
well,
actually flog me and
today,
say no.
today
They
you're
need to leave
gonna
us
today you're
alone.
gonna have to low key. If you're in your group of friends, if
Um,
you want to say like, I don't know if you have 10 friends or whatever, how many of them would say yes they want to be approached more in public, and how many would say like, nah, don't miss me with that?
it's 100% 50-50.
Ah.
100% 50-50. Like some of my friends are very annoyed. Like it's annoying. Like we're here to have fun. Why is this guy hovering over us? You know? But then like the other half are like, oh no, but he's cute. So it's like 50-50.
And I think that
I think,
50. So go on,
sorry,
go on, Jay.
let me quickly interject there. Not even interject. I agree with what she's saying because I too have noticed that where when me and the guys used to go out before, there was one time I remember actually, my boy saw a girl that he found incredibly attractive, and he kept saying, "Yo, she's this, she's that." I said, "Let's go talk to her. Like she's literally right there." And he was just like, "Nah, I have her on IG, so I'll just send her a message and tell her that I saw you." Is that the norm? Like, just if you see someone in real life, take the chance and opportunity to actually speak to them. Because why wait till you go home then send a message because you saw her on IG or you follow her? Yeah, I just find that very strange. I do agree. I do think the general trend is less men are approaching women.
So as Haichi said, she hates when men do that. Now, if I play you that specific scenario you just brought up here, let me play you a kind of scenario here. Actually, one of my friends is actually in the chat, so he probably actually knows about these ones quite well because he and I probably experienced this. So imagine like a situation, you're a girl, right? You guys say you hate when the guys go online and say blah blah. You see the girl in person. We're at this DOT. They're playing, nice music. Everyone's looking good. DOT, the selection of women at DOT. Don't get me started. Anyway, everyone's enjoying themselves, blah blah, having fun. Then you see the babe. Now imagine you just walked in. Like this is probably like maybe 10, 15 minutes in. You're gonna be here for like 4 hours, 5 hours. This is what you think about as a guy. This is what you should be thinking about. Because let me tell you, I know. I could approach this girl now, but let's say she rejects me, but she does it in like a pretty mean way. Because again, she might not even be meaning it to be mean, right? Just like, nah, I'm just here with my friends. Go away, blah blah. Kind of mean, whatever. Now you're an aura deficit for the rest of the evening. Because now that's affected. It's a knock-on effect. it's a knock-on effect for the rest of the night. Because now it's like, have I just not got it today? Like lads, what are we saying? Well, yeah, mean, dismissive. I don't know. Someone said, is it mean or is it dismissive? Yeah, dismissive. Either one. Like I guess.
Yeah, I would say that.
I
would say that.
So as a guy, that's what
no, I don't think it's semantic. No, I disagree. I don't think that's a semantic difference. No, because I think if someone says that I'm with my friends, leave me alone.
Right.
She's with her friends. That's it. Mean is literally someone looking at you like, are you dumb to try to talk to me?
Right. Fair enough.
That's means.
Right.
That's what I mean when I said you have to understand when interest is welcomed or not. Because when you show interest, it's a two-way communication. Right. So you show interest. If she shows interest back, play on. Yeah. But if she's not showing interest back, you have to either identify, okay, yeah, she's not interested. Sometimes it's plain hard to get, but identify when it's like, yeah, no. Call it a day.
Tiffany said a man's ego can be so cannot honestly a man's ego cannot be so fickle by being dismissed. It's easier than it sounds. It's easier than
no one likes to be dismissed.
But I think even if it's not like dismissive, right? Your first one's just already gone negatively. So now you're overthinking.
I'm curious.
Now you're like, is it my fit? Is it my what's going on?
I'm curious though. That's like what's your take on that?
What do you mean? Like the aura part or which part, sorry?
Yeah, so like what he said about how if let's say a guy came to speak to you at a party, you rejected him in a way that's a little bit crude.
But no, sorry.
Like, as a woman, what do you think?
It's not only about the fact that it's rude. Even if it's not rude, it's still just like we're not off to the best start here. So you're gonna internalize it, even if it's like in a nice way, because the way you think about it and the way I think a lot of guys. Let me just speak by myself. I'm sure a lot of guys think about it this way. It's like low key. If you're that guy, it can always kind of work. There's guys she's gonna see on the night. Nah, I'm good, and there's guys gonna be like, oh, hello. That's how you think about it. You have the confidence to be like, if you're not, again, attraction. If she's your type, if you're her type, you're not a type, but you're always gonna tend to think of it like. Yeah, you're always going to tend to think of it like, is it something about me? And so once you started off in such a negative way, it doesn't bode well for the rest of the evening, because it takes a while to kind of like, bro, no one likes being rejected constantly. Like, you don't be getting told no every time and just be like, unless you're a mad person, you're going to start thinking, hold on.
But then my question, I think my question to you then is, if you're asking, is it just about me? Shouldn't you know that, yeah, it's definitely not about me. She just wasn't in the mood, or this just wasn't the right time. I think that's
the way.
If
you're in a rational mind, it's not easy to say when you're there.
I mean, but I feel like your level of rationale should be pretty stable if you're going to go out and try to talk to somebody else, like knowing that there's a chance of rejection.
I mean, confidence ebbs and flows, right? So like that's kind of what you think about that, and then obviously if you message her online and she ignores you, who cares? Whatever. No one sees. No one knows. Diva said the next girl would say yes. They better. I'm crazy things to myself right now. They better. I haven't got much left, mate. So that's usually why you probably would think about it and be like, let me just hold off. So it might necessarily not be like the whole night, but literally there's a thing guys do where they're like, yeah, it's too early, basically. Like you might even see the girl like you really like. You'll be like, nah, we just got it. It's too early. The reason why you say it's too early is because low key, you don't want to flop straight away. You at least want to, warm into it. This was rolling her eyes. You think it's easy because okay to get to so then like that's the kind of thing you'll be deep in.
Yeah, but all I'm gonna say is I know guys who, let's say their confidence is so high that even if they were rejected by a girl, they really don't care. They genuinely the next thing they're doing is onto the next level.
Onto the next.
And that's how they see it. Onto the next. Yeah. So rejection is motivation.
That's the ideal way. That's the ideal way to think about it. And so like funny thing about the approaching in person specifically is that my friend and I have been talking a lot about that, and it's like I think because of all these dating apps, we've reflexively got into a mood where, let me tell my fan, it's getting pretty hot. Reflexively got into a kind of mood where online is safer and easier. So you always kind of, it never seems at the right time in person. If you think about your average day, for example, you literally get, you get up, and if you're going to the office or whatever, you get up, go to the office. If you see a girl on a train, you're thinking, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Am I going to be bothering this poor girl at this time? Then you get to the office, you're leaving. I mean, some of us leave quite late, and I leave the office sometimes 8 o'clock, 8:30. Again, 8:30. You're thinking, what's doing this girl right now is not finding a man.
I'll share.
I feel like you guys. Oh,
go on, Desla.
I was going to say that, like, you guys underestimate. Like, I feel like it doesn't have to be like even a full blown approach. You can leave. I think a lot of guys like compliments and then go. Where it's like, "Good morning, you look beautiful," and then go about your day. Like that's it.
Go about my day.
If she could stop you. Yeah, she could stop you. He can stop you, but a compliment is nice. Like for example, when I came back from church this morning, I was walking and then the guy was like, "Oh, I hope you have a nice day, beautiful." That's good enough. I don't want to know anything about you, but but I could have continued a conversation. That's safe. I'm not irritated. Like, it's fine. Like it goes a long way. Like just a nice gesture. It doesn't have to be like a full blown. Like I'm now going to start interviewing you about your life. Like,
I think I completely agree with that. Like one thing I know, like I'll put my hand up because there's been times when I've been either on the way from work and I'll see someone who I think she's stunning, like she's actually beautiful, and I want to have a conversation, but it's a bit weird because we're on the train, it's packed. You can make it weird, or you can make it casual. You can literally be like, "So you look great." Like, "Oh, thank you. What's your name?" Conversation. That's it. And if she's interested, she'll give you a name to have a conversation. If not, you keep it stepping. Once you said thank you, and you see the eyes like, cool.
The train is a big stage. We're not gonna lie. The lights are bright on that.
No, I promise you, no one's watching you. No one's watching you. I promise you. That's the one thing you notice. No one's actually watching you. So besides, if they're watching you, if you find love of your life, hey.
So I'm just sending some promo out. And so like lately, my friend and I have been talking about trying to microdose speaking to girls in person. Again, not lately because again we're older.
Microdose like drugs.
I'm
I'm
so
Yeah,
crying.
done.
you got to microdose it, man. You got to microdose it. Like you said, start with a compliment, work your way up. The next time,
Yeah.
maybe add another little thing in there, like, oh, your bag's good. Where'd you get that from? Now you're building.
Oh, that's
We're
what
developing. We're growing.
I would say. Yeah. Identify things you like. So I
Mm.
think compliments can be very broad. Like, oh, you look good. But if you see something like for me personally, I'm into fashion. So if I see someone with a very nice jacket, I'll say, I love your jacket. Like I would actually compliment a specific thing. So I
Mm.
think as a guy, be observant. See what you like and have something to talk about. If you do want to have a conversation, you can't go to start a conversation and have nothing to say. That's just my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
True, true,
I
true, true.
agree.
So
Yeah.
I think the general thing from, if you for the girls listening to this is like, oh, thank you for sharing, Bandali. Appreciate it. Yeah, share the live, guys. Let's get more people in here. Let's grow it. Let's get more perspectives and opinions. The general thing to understand as a girl is like, there is genuinely like, even if you get into the mindset of when you see the girl you were interested in or thinks looks good or whatever, all the kind of like, what should I say? How should I do it? Sometimes you just want to wait for the right. Yeah, I remember the other time, yeah, I was on the train and I saw this girl, but like in my head, I'm telling you guys, the timing's gotta be perfect. Because when you get on the train, yeah, let's say you get on the train and you see her, you have a very small window for you to make your approach. If you wait too long, now it's just weird because, bro, what are you doing? You're just waiting here like 3 stops. Now you're coming into me. You just notice now. So this is all the 3D chess that's going on in your mind. It's so hard. Like once you get on, you're like, should I not? But then you don't decide too fast because then you're like, who actually sent me? I could have just sat on this train and mind my business. Sorry, John, you want to say something? Go on.
I'm gonna put my hand up. So you know, with that train thing,
Right.
I think I had a rule where it used to be like this. Let's say let me give a station. I'm going to Victoria.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if I see someone on the train, I would literally say to myself, if she gets off at Victoria, where I'm going as well, I will speak to her.
Nice.
If she doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
So that way, it's not like you're psyching yourself out. You just told yourself, if this happens, I'll do it. If it doesn't, I won't.
So what if you're going a long distance and it's kind of like, if she stays on at Victoria, then I'm gonna go chat to her and like, if she's gonna be on the train, I'm gonna be on the train. Do you ever do it the other way, where it's like, not that you're getting off together, but
No, not really. I feel like I always prefer if we're going off together. So if it goes well, it went well. If it doesn't go well, I'm going on my way anyways.
oh, okay, yeah. The other day I got on a train, I sat next to this girl, and that's even the worst one because you're sat next to her, like, bro, you make your move, or when you do something, you're gonna sit here.
Should I give you a little cheat code for that to make
Go
your
on.
move?
Go on.
See the notes app. If you don't want to talk, that notes app, write something
Just
and just show it to her.
I have that move, bro. I have that move in my locker. We eat from the
I'm
same
telling you,
bowl,
it's
bro.
a great conversation.
Yeah, but
It's a great
but then
conversation.
Get this. She got off, bro. She got off.
Then it wasn't meant to be.
Wait, she got off. Like couple stops later, she just got off. I was like,
Actually, no, that's a great question. Let me put this to Desola. Desola, how would you, if you were on a train and you saw someone that you kind of realize, oh, they're feeling you, but you're feeling them a little bit. How would you want them to approach you on a busy train?
yeah. Give us the clue. Let's get our notes out. Let's get our pen and paper out. Give us the cheat code.
Are they near me on the busy train, or they're like I'm in carriage, whatever, and they're like a couple of seats away? Like how close are they?
Seats, a couple of seats away. Like you're in the same carriage, you can see each other.
You guys are gonna hate my response.
Oh, here we
That's
go.
fine.
I'm literally just gonna think, well, what a beautiful stranger, and that's it. Unless we got off at the same stop. You can't like on a busy train. Like it's a bit like you wouldn't like no one would do that. Like let's be
What?
normal. I don't know. I don't think.
What?
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. Why would you like on a busy train? Like you're gonna start pushing past people. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. I just wanted to.
Do you know what I say to that in
It's
response?
not gonna happen.
I always say
Have you
to
not
this,
seen movies, Desola? It works in the movies.
yeah, this,
There's, yeah, in the movies, but in real life, I can't lie. Like it's a bit. You know what it is? I feel like if you liked me and you were eyeing me, and you're gonna think this is why girls are terrible. If I'm getting off at the next stop and your stop is in 5 stop time, maybe you should get off at my stop. and say something,
Someone that doesn't even want to speak to you before in
and
the
then
first
go
place.
back and get it.
Tell you, women, yeah, they're such divas. Like, we
Is
have to
that
do
maybe? Hey,
so
maybe it
much.
was to say it's a foot that counts.
Like, bro, god damn, you have to do so much, and it's still not even guaranteed. Like, you go off the train to follow me. Are you a weirdo? Why are you a creep? Why are you following me for?
But no,
Go
don't
back on the
don't
train. Go where
like
you're
don't
going.
No,
follow too.
don't do the
Don't like
following. Don't do the
it's it.
following.
Yeah, do the following in like a gentle way. Don't make it creepy.
Why are you gonna be
Yeah,
gentle
don't just
about
Yeah,
it?
be
don't
You're,
like
make it
you're
stalking
talking about
her.
a stop that's not your stop just to talk to a girl.
the
There's no
guys that
gentle way
know
to
how
do
to
that.
do it, do it
There's ways to do it,
though.
man. There's ways to do it. Fuck it. I'll
Yeah.
give it. I'll give. I've seen it done. I've seen it done. I'll just clapping my hands. I've seen it done. So there's ways to do it.
Wait, this is. I think you're saying something. I don't know what
Wait,
you're
what
doing, but
happened?
they want to kick you out. Wait, just join back. I'll
I
remove
didn't
you
say
and join back. Yeah,
anything.
just join back. I'll remove you and join back. Just try that. Sorry.
Okay.
We lost us a lot. What happened?
Apparently, she said something that's a violation. TikTok is
The next
extreme.
Victoria lines in 3 minutes.
The next,
You know what? That's such a good point.
the TikTok is so
The next
stressful.
Victoria. You know, it's a. Oh, I see. No, but it's what she said is such. Is it Tiffany? What Tiffany said is such a good point. Like, I would get off if I felt like you're literally. I want to speak to you. I would get off my train,
Really?
especially in Victoria's. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Yeah, man. I can't lie. I would.
It's too busy. I don't know what they think. Wait, can you hear me though?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
don't know what they said. I said, what did I say?
TikTok is extremely
Maybe it's because I
stressful.
said, yeah, maybe it's because I said that you don't want to be
Okay, fair.
who
Maybe.
knows?
Yeah. Okay, let's be
It wasn't a
careful.
bad word though, but sure.
TikTok is
Because I
so
remember when
stressful.
I made a joke with my friend, and then my thing got banned. I was like,
Oh,
I didn't even say,
seriously?
yeah. I said that. I basically said that like you, like just like
Oh, okay.
I just told him that word, like you're in, and I got in trouble for it. I was like,
Yeah,
are
they're
we in
very
primary
strict.
school?
I've been taken down before,
They
man,
said
as
don't call.
well. So
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I won't say to I guess maybe a little bit to recap on the male perspective. I think the general point is that as guys, there's so much stuff that goes on that you have to calculate, calibrate, consider before you even approach a girl. And as we've just heard from this, let's say basically, he's on 18 plus. I don't think I can change it once I've started it, but maybe I should have turned it to 18 plus. That would have been maybe useful. I don't think I can change it now though, unfortunately. Sadly not. Yeah, let's just be mindful of what we're saying. Everybody, I know it's not your fault. This, I'm not.
Let's just be mindful.
yeah. Let's be led.
Yeah, let's be led. So like, there's so many things that go on in your head as a guy when you want to approach a girl. Like so many things you're thinking about, how it's going to impact you in the future. The safer option is always to like not do it because let's be honest, there's going to be another girl. All right, that's really the high
Fair.
level calculation. So if you think that way, it's always going to be a case of like, let me just be safe and just leave it because even if one thing is maybe a bit off, like it literally could even be like, even if you're a type, she just had a bad day. So what's doing her right now is really not men and like approaching people. So like you just come to bring your nonsense into her. What do you call it?
But are
Into
you
your.
bringing nonsense though?
Well, I mean that's how she's
I
gonna
think
be
it
viewing
depends
it
what
if
you're
she's not in the
bringing.
mood. Like if she's not in the mood, she's gonna be just thinking like I don't care for this. So
Mm,
someone just said my friend just
I
said
think also I thought.
go on.
No, what did your friend say?
And she said she agrees with John. Like if you get off the train to chat to someone, that's lover boy energy. We're getting married. Yeah, I suppose.
I thought
Or if you
I feel like
brighten
this
her
type
day.
of guy.
Sorry, go on.
Like I think also the way that you talk to a woman, the way that you talk to a woman, you approach her can let you know if you're actually being genuine or not. Because I think that like a lot of women can agree. A lot of guys when they pursue you, like half of them might want that one thing, right? And it's like after a while, it's kind of like I'm a real person with real feelings. I'm not an object. It's like to be treated like not treated, yeah, but it's like when you've seen it so many times, you can kind of gauge it. So it is like a fly, like it's like go away because it's like you're not here for any good reason or good purpose. So some people's temper with stuff like that is shorter than others because it's like you're just here to waste my time and you're not respectful, etc. So I feel like when a man is more like gentlemanly with their approach, I think that also does a lot because even if you're having a good day, if you can tell that this guy isn't like a type of guy, then you've ruined my day again if it was already ruined before. But if you're soft spoken or like the way that you talk is very like, you know what, yeah, I'll hear you out, that changes everything actually.
So you have to
So
be
it depends on how you speak
moderating
to.
your voice tones and stuff to make it to sound more soft.
Not necessarily tone, but it's like you can have a deep voice and come across as respectful, and you can have a high pitched voice and come across as a not sure if PRIT, whatever, if condom, I don't know what I'm allowed to
That's
say,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like you can come across as like a real like d-bag as a guy, even if you have a high pitched voice. It's just the way that you speak to women, and a lot of guys talk to women very loosely, and they don't realize because it's so normalized.
Mm.
But I feel like there is
Mm.
pressure to like almost quote unquote impress when you say, because it doesn't feel like just saying like the basic like, hey, what's your name, whatever, is very like, it's gonna be like almost like unimpressive. Like you have to kind of have a bit of, you know, creativity to your game. What would you say to that?
You can be creative. Hey, see, this is why it's great to tune into John's content so you can find new ways of saying things.
Hey, shout out
But
John,
like,
man.
but it's just that some guys like it's like you're also playing from another playbook of what you think is the right thing to say, but it's just it works with a lot of guys in a disrespectful manner sometimes. So just like I don't know, work on how you speak to women or be normal, like point
Be
out things
normal.
like for example,
I
like
love that.
like I like your like oh you I like your this, I like your that, like that's an entry in too. But when something feels so calculated, it's kind of like how many girls have you used this on?
Mm.
If it ain't broke,
Once
don't
again,
fix
it
it, right?
goes back to what. No, no, that you might think that, but once again, it depends on what you're dealing with. Because the problem, what you're dealing with, as in the lady, is not always the same. Some ladies might like that approach, others don't. So that's why I said you have to be observant. If you want to speak to a woman, you want to compliment her, don't just say you look good. It works, it's nice, but be observant of what you like specifically about what she's wearing or about how she looks. So and that means you're actually being genuine to yourself. Like, I love your jacket, that looks great. And it's like, oh my days, thank you. Like, I think that works a lot better than just saying, oh, you look good. Okay, she knows she looks good, but what do you like about what she's wearing? What do you like about how she's carrying herself? You can even just say, I love the way you carry yourself. Like, I literally don't know you, but I just love the way you carry yourself.
It's like being told that you like the way that some carry themselves. That is such a top tier thing in comparison to like, you're looking real fine. Like I saw you across the room, and I was thinking, what's that all about? But like that, something like that, the way you carry yourself, that's actually really nice. But then other guys, they try and force this smooth thing, like it comes across as like you're a player, and
But but
I'm
but
like the fifth girl that you've used it on.
but I think the kind of unspoken thing about this is like, whatever you say, really and truly, just boils down to if she thinks you're good looking. If you think you're good looking, you can get away with so many things. If you're not really, if you're not really feeling it that way, it's not gonna work, man. Will it work? Whatever you say is just gonna not hit. Like even if you use the nicest, freshest thing, it's still just gonna be like, yeah. Which is like, again, as a guy, you're the one taking that risk, right? You literally don't know this girl from anywhere. You don't know what her type is. Yes, I got a follower. Guys, this is the first time I'm using this follower goal thing. You can see the goal there, 1430. Please, 33, 34 people in here. If all of you follow me, I'm gonna get to the goal in like a minute. So if you don't follow me already, please, let's be making the necessary adjustments, please and thank you. So like all the calculations you're making, you're trying to say what's the best thing to say, how should I say, how should I not say? It still just boils down to if she's not your type, if you're not her type, it's not gonna work, and that's just so much pressure because every time you do that, it's all guesswork. Is this shaking her head?
I think you guys overestimate how much a handsome man has power. I think it's the opposite way around for you guys. I think that a girl can be stunningly beautiful and you guys will accept rubbish, but it's not always the way the other way around. Because
What do you mean?
I've I feel like the whole like, oh, it depends on if she thinks that it doesn't matter if she thinks that you're attractive.
Huh?
Like it's like no. I feel like
Women
if
can
you are
lie. They
unattractive,
can
hold on,
lie.
hold on.
But let her learn, let
If
her learn, let
if
her learn.
if we think that you're unattractive, that's like an instant no, right? But just because you are attractive doesn't mean it's an instant yes. Like just you being attractive is just kind of like a okay, that softens the deal a bit, but like it doesn't. It's not enough for a girl to throw everything out the window just because the guy's attractive.
But we're talking about
Like,
initial though.
but
Like if
guys
if
on
you
the
got
other
approached them, no
hand,
one knows the other
no,
person.
even initially, like if a guy is hot, but then like you can tell that this guy is like he's a player, he's a womanizer. It's like doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like what a shame. You're looking at him, I'm looking at you, but I feel like with guys, you guys on the other way around, you guys seem to allow looks to supersede a lot,
Oh,
like a lot,
He's not wrong.
like a lot.
that's a whole separate
He's
conversation.
not. I
Before we
think
get
So
into that,
it's a whole separate conversation. But
yeah,
I think to give a little bit of not even rebuttal, she's not wrong because good looking women, it's like your red flag detectors breaks. I can't lie. When a woman has certain things that you are attracted to, your red flag, the ability to look at a red flag, it vanishes. You only see black and white. You don't see red anymore. And she gets away with a lot more than someone who you didn't find attractive would. But I think that goes in line with if you do like someone, you just kind of let them get away with more
Yeah.
normally. So she's not wrong there.
Yeah. So if you're a girl generally, you're wondering about like why do we see less? I'm gonna wrap up the male section here. Why are guys not approaching women? Why blah blah? Hopefully, this gives you an idea of like all the full gamut of things you have to think about. This on the one hand first said, "Don't approach me on the train; it's too busy." Now she wants you to get off the train and chase her like a mad person. You see,
No,
when are you gonna?
And
What
why are
should
we
you
getting
do?
off the
A or B?
train? Why are we getting off the train?
Because maybe
Because
I'm
it's
in the
less
love of my
busy.
life.
What did I say? That
Because
was
it's less
crazy.
busy.
Because it's less busy. That's the answer. The problem in the equation was the busyness, and you took it out.
Ah. So if I go and see next time I try that move now, and someone else says, "Why? Can you believe this guy got off the train to follow me just to ask for my number?" What would I not be saying then?
Or oh my god, like this guy, like I was feeling him on the train, and he got off the train, and he just to follow me, like he's feeling me, like yeah, he's down,
Yeah.
like yeah.
But the wild
See,
part
it
there
depends.
is
It's
because of
perspective.
because
It's
if the guy
perspective.
is not her type, he's not going to be romantic anymore.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it?
100%. That's why I told you. That's why I said you have to remember the meme flirting versus harassment. Like, I don't
Yeah,
make the
we have a
rules,
guest
but
joining. We have the flirting versus H word, whatever. Just in case TikTok is sensitive to that, I don't know. Hi, Boaz. Is that a guy or a girl?
Hello.
Uh,
Boaz
Boaz
is
is
a
the boy's
Jewish name
name.
for a
What's that
man.
boy's name?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Don't you read
never.
the Bible?
We're in the 21st century, guys. You can never judge too much. You never know.
The Bible is modern and old at the same time.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. But we are about to
Bow, bow,
switch
bow,
to the
bow.
female perspective, though. So that's you've heard a
For
bit
the
about
male
the male
perspective,
perspective as well, the female perspective of men, which is like why we scared to approach women. Hopefully, that gives you a good idea of the different. Oh, Ruth and Boaz, yes, of course. Sorry, guys, I used to be practicing. I did that last week in last week's live. I talked about that. Forgot, but So now we're gonna turn to this. Like we want you to give us the inside baseball on the female perspective. So generally, when you're speaking to guys, part of the reason again that probably leads on to why they don't approach women that much is like I'm gonna give my personal example here. Okay, guys, again we talk about oversharing. I want to be oversharing a little bit. If I go to a motive and I'm chatting to this girl, everything's going nice, blah blah blah. A lot of the time when I get Instagram, 99% of the time I am not messaging her because in my head all I can visualize is like the next morning she opens her Instagram and there's like 12 messages of like, "Hey, it's me from last night." I feel sick. Like I'm gonna vomit. Like I cannot be one of the men in the list of 12. And she's like, "Oh, who the hell is this guy? I don't even remember this guy. Like I was drunk, having a good time. Why are you bothering me for?" It's embarrassing. It's rage inducing. So me, I'm not gonna be doing that. I don't even be asking for socials. Like let's dance, have a good time. If I don't think of you as someone that like I actually wanna really really invest in, I'm gonna forget the socials because I will not be messaging you. I refuse to be that person. And so a lot of times guys feel like, if you talk about being online as well, it'll be the same if you gave the number. It's Instagram, it's all the same thing. It's not pride. Someone just said it's pride. It's not pride, it's just reality because a lot of
Yeah,
times.
no, it's pride. No,
Okay.
it's either pride
Let
or
me
it's low
finish.
self-esteem.
Okay, let me finish. That was what's one of the rules I said earlier? Let me go back to the rules because I feel like you might have forgotten.
Oh, sorry.
What I say in the
Yeah,
rules? No,
Just
go back to the
no
room, but
rage
that's for
baiting.
me.
No
He said,
rage baiting
he
allowed.
said this one that doesn't listen.
You see this rule right here? No rage baiting allowed. Because that was rage bait, low key. But I'm not gonna fall for it. I know better. I know better. I'm securing myself. All right, as I was saying, he says, as I was saying. So the same thing applies for online as well, right? We see all these apps. I have female friends. We have female friends. I fell for it. Low key, I fell for it a little bit, but we have female friends where you and your female friend can make a hinge right now. Today, the time is 2:44. By 5 p.m., she might have 50 likes. Bro's already used up his free 10 likes. They tell him to come back tomorrow. He's got nothing. So then you're thinking to yourself, there's already 50 people. It's been 2 hours. By tomorrow, it's going to be another, 100. And you're all sending her whatever take your best shot. Having like a kind of conversation around like, oh, I want to get to know you, blah, blah. So it seems to us like women are kind of sport for choice, where they don't really, it's not really that hard for them, and they can just do what they want. What would you say to that perspective? Am I talking crazy?
First of all, the hinge, I feel like people use the dating example too much. I mean, the dating app example, but it's always about context. With dating apps, just when it comes to attitudes towards dating, most men don't use dating apps. So those dating
Really?
apps, a lot of the time there's a no, sorry, wait, what's the other way around? Women, wait. I think
Okay.
the statistic is that there's a disproportionate amount of the opposite gender on the dating app. So you end up in a situation where there's quite a few guys. No, I think it's that there's more men. Yeah, there's more men. So because there's so many more, it's like, how do I describe? I know they were saying that they're sport for choice, but it's like if there's 100 guys
Mm-hmm.
and then there's 10 girls, that algorithm, all 100 guys are seeing the 10 girls in that one, like, in that one sitting. But then the opposite way around with a girl, she can flick, flick, flick. She's still not through the 100. So you haven't come up. So it's not because everyone's like split for choice, like things are easier for girls. I feel like it's literally just because that's the way that the algorithm is, but that's because of attitudes towards dating. Like, especially like you'll have like some like people make jokes and they don't realize that like not that it hurts but it holds weight because for example if I say oh yeah I use Hinge, you'll be like why are you on Hinge? Do you see like it's like kind of like almost like a derogatory thing where it's like
Mm.
why would you be on Hinge, like you don't so it's like when it comes to women, a lot of women don't really want dating apps, feels like the last resort type of thing, and as a woman it's not that it should be that way, but like you're kind of conditioned to believe that men will come to you, right? Like we're supposed to be pursued and da da da. So if you have to go to a dating app, it's kind of like, damn, the outside world didn't work for you, I guess. So it's like, it's not always like, I think that it just seems like it's an easier thing. And then even of the guys that you have that you're given, or like the few that you see, a lot from my perspective, yeah, you'll get like 50 and how many, but a lot of guys on these dating apps, like you can tell that like maybe in the real world you might be maybe a bit of a wallflower or like you're very like not social. So I don't know how to call them because I don't want to say like rejects because that is such a stretch. But you do have a lot of guys where it's like their DP, like their images are blurry, like their pictures on the other side of the whatever. Like it's like you rarely see those guys that make you go like, oh my god, he can dress, and he works in air. Never like they're normally guys you wouldn't want to date anyways. So
Wow.
when you say it's easy, it's like, okay, cool. I went to go shopping for tangerines. All the tangerines are spoiled. Should I be happy that there's 50
Wait.
tangerines in front of me? Like, no offense. Do
Wait,
you know what I
wait.
mean?
Men being
So it's
sport
like,
tangerines is
you're
crazy.
shopping and everything's expired. But everything's expired. Like, and it's like, again, like in Jesus' name, like I believe that everyone should find someone. So those people do have that person. But I think that a lot of guys don't really try with their profiles or their appearance or their social interactions. So
Yeah,
when they don't get picked, they're like, oh my God, why? But it's kind of like, why not? Like,
I see. I see.
but
Okay.
everyone should find that
So
person.
that was specifically. Wait, we have someone else just joined us. I'm gonna introduce in a minute and get your thoughts. You mentioned specifically about the.
It's my
Oh,
friend.
you know her. Oh, nice. Hi, hello.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. More female representation on the stage. This is great. Also, just remember, guys, in the comments and obviously the people on stage, let's try and remember that TikTok is very sensitive to stuff. So when in doubt, maybe just self-censor the word, just in case, because they are. I don't know. They don't even explain why they be doing what they do sometimes. Also, the follower goal, guys. 44 people in here. Please be following. Follow the speakers as well. A lot of insightful people. John does a lot of great content on these type of topics, so make sure to check him out as well. Check probably John. A lot of these audience probably John's audience, but let's try and get to the follower goal by the end of the live, etc., etc. So that was a specific online example you mentioned, right? Okay, like a lot of guys are not what you're looking for, etc., etc. And I guess both to kind of both of you. Then, if we think about the in-person example, where if you're in person and you go to like one of these events, you have a lot more obviously choice in like maybe more nicer looking guys or whatever. So a lot of guys you give your Instagram to are people that theoretically you're interested in some way. Why is it that then, I know I'm speaking for a lot of guys here, the next day when that follow-up message comes through, it kind of gets left on red? What's going on there? Because right now I'm assuming it's kind of like there's too much
I
options.
can't lie.
10 men are sending that same message, so you're not really caring for. But what's the reason? What was the reason? To quote
I
that
think to be totally honest, sometimes you get approached and you actually don't really know how to reject someone depending on the context, because you don't want to be mean.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So and as well, some guys can be quite pushy. So it's a thing where, say for example, you do give someone your socials, you might just do it so you avoid causing a scene, as opposed to being like, oh no, sorry, I'm not interested. Because some guys really do crash out when you say no. That is a thing that happens.
It's scary.
Do you know what I mean? And you can't tell who's going to be a crash out and who isn't. That's the thing as well. So I think sometimes women, it's a thing where like you give someone your socials, but you're just like, I'm only doing this to avoid like any possible confrontation.
I see.
Yeah.
So and when you do that
And then-
an event motive, that's kind of the same thing as well. You're doing that like, I don't know. On average, let's start with that. If you go on average and you're feeling a good mood, you don't feel particularly restrictive. How many guys would you be giving your details to? Like, you go to an average DOT recess. Is there a cap on that, or you just like as many as good looking that meet the criteria, then they're gonna?
I'm crying.
I'm crying. Not me going down with my.
Man said,
with my cricket board.
I hit the limit today. No more.
Sorry, the quota is done.
do you know what? It depends on how interested you are in dating. I feel like if you're actually actively dating, then maybe it's like, okay, yeah, there's no cap. But maybe if you're not so interested in dating, it's less,
Right. So
It depends on how much you care.
Okay, how much you care. Go on.
There's not. I don't think it's a numbers thing. It depends on how much you care. I guess it also depends on. I don't know. I think it's. I feel like even thinking about the number or like taking inventory of the number is
have we got a
crazy in
spreadsheet now?
itself. Yeah, I've never thought to myself, this night we got 15.
Like let's make a bar chart, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so
Summer,
next
how
time, and
many
then
did
the
we attain?
correlation of the outfit length to the like.
Okay. Let's do it this way. Then. Let's do it inductive. The last time you guys went out socially, how many guys did you give your Instagrams or your number or whatever? Like how? Like let's get specific on. We can use that to extrapolate a rough. No judgment, obviously. No judgment. Judgment-free zone.
This is crazy. It depends. You know, the ones are like, it's not okay. Cool. If I said the last place,
Zero.
I'd say
zero.
one person.
One.
Yeah, it could be zero, one person. But that's what I'm saying. That like the number doesn't matter because it depends on what it was. Like if you went to like, let's say a black canvas, the circle, whatever type social event, it may be higher than if I went to a networking event.
I think it depends on the event. If I go to like a networking event, like some tech thing, I'm not gonna just swing people my number.
Yeah,
like
I might get a lot of LinkedIn's, but it's not the same thing.
What about it's like everyday people type,
Like
Black
DLT.
Swan, Black Swan, DLT. But I don't know what people be going to. Like the last one you went to, like I want to get specific, it's just so I can get an idea. Because you guys are saying like it depends. Let's get specific and be like the last time you went, how many actually?
What's like an explicitly social event?
Yeah, like like something you went out to have fun and have a good time.
Zero.
That says 0, 1. Yeah, 1 to 0.
But I feel like my data is unique though because I'm like mass presenting. I'm very tomboyish, so I feel like that affects stuff.
Okay.
Because most people assume I'm lesbian.
Oh, but you're not. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, yeah, sometimes with me it's one because also it's how long you decide to talk to the person.
Yeah.
As well. So like if you can hit it off with a bunch of guys, but you may not get to the social media aspect of the conversation. Especially like I feel like for me with the type of parties I go to, they're like very like in sections, if that makes sense. So it's like after like an hour or two, we're now moving to this, or like a speaker's coming out, or something's happening. So whatever conversation you have, you kind of have to wrap up because the host is now talking to you.
Yeah, so you might just have small talk and never actually exchange socials.
Yeah. And then we disappear into the crowd and I never see you again. You know?
Well, those ones are the best though. Like
girls in the chat, if you can give us your numbers. Something someone said, I think I just said she said 1. So if you guys give us your numbers so we can use to compare. I think these girls I know what they're doing. They're low key not wanting to say. I get it.
No, but you know what it is? I think that you overestimate the woman. I was talking to you about this yesterday. Yeah. I think you overestimate how like dating is for women. Like it's just this thing where like we breeze past and men are just everywhere, and they like it's not. I think it's somewhat as mundane as it is for you guys. I think especially like in this I think that in this generation it's not as like, I think the people with the loudest voices that you're hearing like, oh my god, like this guy did this or this guy did that, they're online. Like I don't think that's the average woman's experience anyways. I think it's just there's just more strain online and everyone's always talking in hypotheticals, but on average, like this whole thing where I wake up to 12 men saying how's your day beautiful isn't really a thing like that. Like,
Really?
you know, like
So that makes it even harder
You
for
know
you
what it is
guys
as well
then.
though.
Now I'm even more
I
depressed.
think as well with social media as well. With social media, I think you get more success with approaching people on social media because you build a rapport depending on the social media. Like, say for example, I don't know, you follow someone on Insta, you see what they're into, etc., etc. It's easier to strike up a conversation on social media than in person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. We spoke about
a
that.
lot.
A lot of people
How
meet on
many?
socials now.
I have so many friends that their girlfriends are people that they kind of knew of, but then they had them on socials, and all
Yeah.
the time it's like I slid into her DMs, and it's like it's not a bad thing, but it's also something where you take inventory. Where even though people look down on dating apps, I feel like Twitter, Instagram, like I feel
The
like they're
best
kind
dating
of
app.
like they're kind of like in betweenish dating apps too. Like when girls
Yeah.
post themselves, some guys be like, you know what, I'm just gonna like whatever you post, or use your story as like an into your DMs or something. So even though people look down on dating apps, I feel
Yeah.
like social media is kind of like it's not a dating app, but you can use it as one.
Do you know? Do you know what it is as
So
well? Though I think every consumer app eventually becomes a dating app. Like even like Strava, stuff like that. People
yeah,
follow each other on Strava. Next thing you know, it's where'd
Strava?
you like going running? Bro, people moved. Like people, I know people who met on LinkedIn and they're like together now. Like it's crazy.
yeah, yeah. No, same. LinkedIn and
That's a professional relationship.
Tell me.
yeah, LinkedIn. Even the Strava one got so bad because they had to do something with like their privacy stuff because you can see other people's tracks. So one guy started trying to come to her run trail, and she reported it, of course. But it's just stuff like that. Like as long as an app allows you to be social with people, people will find a way.
Every
Like
consumer app eventually becomes a dating app. Like
Agreed.
LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, like anything.
So what I'm hearing from
You know?
you girls is like,
yeah,
it's not as rosy as we're making it out to be. Like it's not as easy.
it's not. The women's dating experience isn't that
Because
crazy.
all you guys are complaining about is
Like,
basically like, yeah, guys don't approach us. You know, sometimes they do, sometimes they're scared. Doesn't seem exactly like the trials and tribulations we're talking about when we talk about the men. I'm not gonna lie, not to compare or anything, but it seems like your biggest complaint.
Do you know what it is as well? Though? I think the way women experience attraction is so different to men as well, though.
Right.
Because I think
yeah,
with women it's more of a slow burn thing. So it's like a lot of women, they're only really gonna get to like actually getting to know you, actually pursuing something once they know you a bit better and they've built a rapport.
yeah.
Whereas men, I think their attraction is much more like instantaneous. You know what I mean?
That's literally what I was gonna. I feel like with guys, you guys like obviously maybe not you, but I think that with guys, because you guys cast your net so often, like it's like, oh, try. Then it's like you've got multiple women to deal with and the nuances of that whatever, like you're dealing with this and that. But then with a girl, even having a roster, it's not even nice. It's like
very fine.
it's not nice at all. Like you just want one person to behave right because why would you want to talk to this many men anyways? So it's like I think the experience is just different because I think a lot of women like not necessarily a slow burn because we don't want to talk for months on end and nothing happens.
It's just a rapport building, I think. Like actually
Yeah.
comfortability, being able to know that like this person isn't a head case. Like
This person's not
That's
gonna come to my house and try and burn my house down. Like you know,
literally. It's crazy out here.
no, it's actually really scary.
Okay. All right. So
I think
we're gonna say something.
I think listening to both everyone's feedback, it's so interesting because it seems like for the women, you look at it as like to the guys that the guys don't approach anymore. The guys don't really speak, even though comments, guys don't know how to hold conversations. And whilst I definitely agree with some of that, I think some option has to be put in on the other side because if you know that the guys don't want to be approaching, maybe sometimes not saying you guys have to approach, but look like you're interested. Because
That's the whole strategic positioning thing, isn't it?
yeah, because there's sometimes when, like I remember
Talk
when I was
that
single,
talk,
like
John,
if I'd
man.
go
Talk
out,
that
I'd see a girl, she look uninterested, completely uninterested. Cool, we'll keep a step in. I'll bump into some other time. She's like, why didn't you talk to me that day? I'm like, because you looked at me like I didn't exist. So
What does that mean? No, what does that mean though? Like, what does look like you don't exist mean?
so let's say if you see someone, you just like there's just nothing. As in, that's just a regular person on the street. But then
Should
let's
I
say,
be shy?
so I'm not shy too.
Some people just don't approach
If I'm
it.
meant to shoot my shot, I need to know that it's going to be accepted. So whilst I'm willing to like do the whole take the risk and even start the conversation, if I'm talking to you and you're not having any energy, any indication, I'm going to stop.
Do you know what?
Because I have time, I have things to do in my life, and I refuse to chase someone who I feel like is not even interested in giving me the same energy back.
I think sometimes women are really bad at reading signals, though. Like, I know a lot of women who literally can't tell when a guy actually wants to approach them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, John, what you saying?
Because I'm like that. I never cotton on to when people like me. Like, I never clock when people like me until like very later on.
It's not gonna work. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. I had a
Really?
a few months ago. I came up with this kind of personal rule, which was like, the love of my life wouldn't do this, and I applied that straight away. Like, and I a few weeks ago,
Well-
someone was getting onto me saying, because I said the other day, I was like, if I meet someone at an event and we speak for a bit, I get your details or whatever. If I message you, hope you got home safe. And it's not like I'm doing like 7 a.m. in the morning. Even if I do like 12, 1 a.m., if you don't reply back that night, it's over. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. It's over.
God forbid a woman fall asleep.
It's over.
God forbid.
Oh, my
God forbid.
God.
Let me explain. The way I think about it, is this. What if she fell asleep? The love of my life would not be falling asleep. Yeah, you see, it works every time. It works every time. Yeah?
Wait, no.
The love of your life has insomnia.
I was with you. I was with you up until
I haven't explained it. So this is what I think about it. Yeah. If I meet someone and I'm chatting to them, I know pretty early on what my move is, what my game is, what my intention is. If she doesn't feel
How
that,
though?
what do you mean how? What do you mean how do I know?
Like this is one thing that confuses me slightly about men.
Sorry, go on.
No, but what I mean is like, how can you know from like one interaction like the total trajectory?
It's a spiritual feeling.
You get what I'm saying?
It's like, how do you know like Jesus is the Lord, like it's our Lord and Savior? You just know, like you just feel it. Okay, you feel it inside you. So when I see the girl and I'm chatting to her, I already feel that. Yeah. If I then go to speak to you, and we have a conversation, things that we're talking, making sense, 20 minutes, half an hour, even dance together, or for some motive or whatever, and then if you were feeling me the same way, if you were thinking to yourself as you left that motive, this person could be the love of my life, your mentality is going to be different. When you see that message come up on your phone, hope you got home safe, you could be like, I'll just check in the morning. But because you think this could be the love of my life, you're going to reply. If you don't, and then the worst one is like you then reply like 3 p.m. the next day, low key, you're not really thinking in the way I'm thinking, which means we're not gonna.
I can't lie.
Do you know what the thing is?
I think
Maybe I'm different, but all I'm thinking is like, I can't imagine having one interaction with someone and then thinking this could be the love of my life. That's so irrational to me, personally.
No real love.
That's
is left,
super irrational to me.
No real love is left. That's what I'm saying.
no.
I think that's codependence, bro.
Wait. Sorry. I think I was absolutely with you up until, because my thing is, then that night is diabolical. I think by morning, when you see that she's actually active, if she hasn't replied to you, then call, accept it. Or at least give till morning. Let's put some respect.
Yeah, because you don't even know what happened after. You don't even know what happened after you guys had fun. Like, her whole French group could have had a fight on the way back. Our Uber could have been X. Like, I could have just gone straight to sleep. I had to wash off my makeup. I'm tired. Like, so I think that being annoyed on the same night is.
I'm not annoyed. No, I'm not annoyed by you. I'm not annoyed is the wrong word. I accept
the love of my life wouldn't do
I
that.
accept
That's
it.
hilarious.
Do you know what it is as well though? I think there's almost this irrational fear of like, oh, maybe she's already got someone she's dealing with as well. Maybe that's what it is.
That's why I think that's what I was saying in the beginning. You said I was rage baiting you, but I was being dead ass. Like, I think if you already have the mentality like, oh, I don't want to be the 12th guy on her phone, is that not insecurity? Because you're thinking that you're already in competition with other men.
You're always in competition.
The competition thing is stupid though, because I know people who
other men. Like, I'm not always representing. Yes, I have thought that before, whenever. But like, remember here, guys, I'm representing men. So sometimes I'm gonna say stuff that's gonna sound like me. You might not know when it's me, when it's not. It's like a hidden hand. When Trump says, many people are saying, who says it? Is it him? Is it someone else? You never know, okay? But sometimes, but in that specific example, it's not really about whether or not like other people. That's just how I think everyone's different. Me personally, I'm more of a instantaneous-ish type of thing. So when we have that conversation on that night, etc., the way for me to be my most romantic, exciting, authentic self, I have to feel like it's coming. Like, let's go.
Passion, mutual passion.
Exactly. Like mutual
Yeah.
energy. Because like,
I think it's a reciprocity thing, isn't it?
Like,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah.
No, we
The
need
next day we can even go on a date.
Fair.
But like, if
No,
you
no,
have
no, no,
a
no,
plan
no,
like 2 p.m. the next day,
I think
you're losing me.
Yeah, no, he's right.
I hear where you're
I'll
coming
speak
from.
up on this one because I've been in that situation before where I was on a night out in Shoreditch, and
Finding
met
love.
had
Yeah,
a whole
same.
conversation. We vibed the whole night, and you know when you exchange numbers at the end, you're going home. I remember texting her my Uber home, and I was like, "This is crazy, but let's see each other tomorrow."
Yeah.
Her response was yes. There's
Yeah.
like I get what
Let's
he's saying.
go.
It's that
Let's
so
it's
funny.
that like that energy where you feel like, okay, this could be something. But
Fair
it's like,
enough.
let's say I send that message and I get a reply
Fair
at 6 p.m. the next day.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
sorry, I was asleep.
Now
It's
my
like,
energy's
you're
off.
vibing.
Like now
Fair
come on. Like you're losing me. I'm
fair
not gonna lie.
enough, but like
No,
things can marinate though. Like things can marinate.
Mm.
And then also what you were saying about like the whole like the other guys, etc. I know some guys where it's like they are so like maybe he's just very big headed, but like there are some guys that I know where they're kind of like I don't care, like I'm better than everyone anyways. So it's like
That's
they're
okay,
very
though.
much like
That's
I just
confidence.
want you. Yeah, so it's like I just want you. I don't really give like literally one guy he was like I don't care about the other burgers on your phone. Like I'm here.
Clock it.
You-
Clock it. Now, because do you know what it is?
Shit,
It really boils down to, like, realistically, if someone's attractive, they are probably going to be getting. If someone's attractive, they're going to be engaging with other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like, just bring your A game, innit? Like, I don't know, like, that's the game, man. Like,
I think what Jay described.
You know what I'm
sorry, John.
Bliss said, "May the best man win."
Yeah.
Exactly.
okay.
Like I have a very small window where, and for me, again, full disclosure, I feel like probably I meet the kind of person I feel that way about maybe every 3 months. So when I see them,
What?
no joke, no joke, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the time, I'm just going. It's like it's
That's a serious frequency. But
I don't care.
Finding the love of your life every 3 months is mind games.
Every time I meet that person, I'm like, because like this happens so rarely. Maybe again, I'll take some critique.
It's not rare if it's every 3 months, though.
And with the potential, but
It's not rare.
Really?
Oh, okay.
That's
I don't know. Every 3 months is pretty.
Every 3
frequent, like,
months, damn.
I think
Bro,
that's
you
very
should be
frequent.
married by now. Every 3 months.
Like, what
That's
the hell?
frequent.
There's nothing wrong with filtering, like.
That's like 4 in a year. How you fumbling 4 in a year? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
Wait,
is it?
guys, slow down.
Yeah,
That's
then
like
you fumble,
you
like.
see the person. That's like you see them. Doesn't mean like you didn't go chat to them. You might go chat to them.
Oh, okay,
And then like
okay,
that's like
okay.
seeing the person, not like you're in a talking stage with them every 3 months. As in every 3 months, I see someone that I potentially think,
That
based
is
on,
still
like, our
crazy, though.
conversation. Really?
Yeah, like every 3 months is very frequent. Like me, for example, like
Oh.
I don't even think I'm super picky, but I don't think like how long have I been single? Almost 2 years. I haven't really found anyone I'm really like wow.
You might need to look
by,
inwards.
you know what I mean?
No shade. That might be you, man. You're not gonna lie.
I don't think so. I don't think
Like-
so. I think it's better to be. I think it's better to be strict and have more filters.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like
Yeah.
literally. I think
guess-
I like one real person a year. Like
Even a year is a drag. Maybe every 18
Yeah.
months. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
are you saying
Like-
like as in like so? What, again, I don't mean when I say to John, I don't mean like. I mean like every 3 months or so, I see someone that I'm like. Again, based on our first conversation.
so that's just attraction.
Yeah, like well,
There's attraction.
no,
We
yeah,
like
exactly.
in
It's
someone.
attractive enough to want to like potentially develop something. Ignore the frequency.
Like-
The point I'm trying to make is that when that happens, for me, I
The
have a
frequency
very.
is very.
I know you guys are getting so bogged down on how frequent it is. Like, okay, let me just make the point.
Because
Every
it's very
month-
frequent. There's
Look
something
at the
wrong with
comments.
your
Look at the
vetting
comments. Every
process.
3 months is
you know what?
bad.
You know what?
Wait,
It's
what?
so
Is that
distract. It's so distracting.
Let me read the
The 3 months is so
3
distracting.
months is mind games. Like, what the hell?
Every-
Every quarter, you're meeting wifey. What the frick?
Every
All that
3
you're
months. Yo, do you know that political that is? If a girl's messing up, listen, you got 2 more months before I meet the next one. You need to behave.
This is what's killing me,
No,
fam.
okay, you guys know, I don't think you guys understand what I mean.
you
I don't
know
think you guys
that
understand
is-
what I mean. Sorry, I think everyone's a bit confused.
Nah, I get you. I'm just taking that.
Well,
anymore.
wait.
12
Yeah, I
weeks.
get you. Don't worry.
Wait.
12 weeks.
12 weeks.
That's like
It's
one
12
half marathon
weeks.
training block.
So,
No,
tax
wait,
write off.
That's like, it was crazy.
wait. Let me explain again, just
So
to
this
make sure
is
you guys
funny.
understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, every 3 months or so, I see someone, like not like I'm chatting to them. I see someone that I could potentially want to start something with. Now, again, once I might chat to them after the first conversation, it goes nowhere. I might even add them on, I don't know, app. They don't add me, but like on me when I get Instagram or whatever. They don't add me back or they don't reply. But that feeling or sensation of like I could potentially want to be interested in this person, happens roughly.
Yeah, that's
every
still
3 months.
crazy.
Okay, fair enough.
That's still crazy.
I don't know.
In my
Is that
opinion.
a lot?
When you say that you potentially see something, do you mean like you could actually see yourself like dating boyfriend girlfriend? Is that what you mean, or is it just I want to just try it out?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to potentially get serious. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Really?
yeah, that is pretty mind games. Like,
Is that free?
but I think it boils down to how men and
That
women
is so
experience
frequent, bro.
attraction.
so frequent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
3 months is diabolical. That is
Wait,
so
what?
because do you know what it is? It's like I think it's because like for me
No,
personally,
not 4 lovers in 1 year. I'm not having 4 lovers. I'm just meeting 4 people.
no, but it's the point that you could potentially theoretically have 4 lovers in 1 day.
No,
That is
one day, 1
because
year.
if I did the first
diabolical.
person, then I would just stop there. No, I wouldn't like then go leave that person and go with the next person.
I have
Yeah, no, but the
a
point is your
genuine.
vetting is off because
I'm just
why
saying,
are you
some
having
people
the
have jobs and
sensation
still
every 3
apply for new
months?
jobs. So
Like,
It's true, and all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
feel like
seeing your type
maybe
4 times a year. So I'm saying like I see my type 4 times a year. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's not crazy. What are you guys talking about?
oh,
okay, so that sounds a lot
different
better.
then.
That's so much better than I see a potential love.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
everyone's
sound like you're
confused.
ready to propose every 3 months.
No.
Literally.
Sorry, who's this? Who's this?
Oh, that is
That is
so
doing- this
bad.
is AK the producer. Thank you so much, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I see my type that I could, every 4 times a year, basically. That's what I mean. Sorry, that was.
So you're
Somebody's
so you
asked-
see
somebody's
your, yeah,
asked
you
what
see
your
visual
type is.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What's my
I
type?
bet you
what
it's
your
just
type
visual.
is.
I bet you it's just visual.
Wow.
Let's not get-
How,
Why are you grinning like that?
but can you read your mind? He can't read your mind from the first
I
time.
knew it was just visual. That's
Of course,
okay.
We haven't even
so
let me
what? That's, I'm
Did you
confused.
see
That's
the
what I said. So
way-
yours is not visual. When you see someone, yours is not visual.
Mine is not just visual. Mine is like very
Okay,
in depth.
guys. This
Like,
So you see someone, you see their goals, their aspirations, their dreams.
Yes.
I need your eyes. I really need your eyes. Those are brilliant
I
eyes.
haven't even answered, by the way.
but I think,
Thing
I
is-
haven't answered, by the way. Let's not get it.
but I don't know. I
No, but
think,
the way
Someone said
that
your
you were
type is
smiling,
My time
don't
is
call
10.
me.
the way that you were smiling, and we could just see that your head went into a different place.
Someone said too hungry, pre to smile. Can a guy not smile about his type? Like,
No, you were smiling with all 32 teeth. Nah, bro, you were smiling too hard.
Fam, it's because he sees his type 4 times a year. It's his type 4 times a year. Why wouldn't he
Really
smile?
telling me.
His head.
Why wouldn't he smile?
Wait, guys, chill.
So like, he's even thinking about his Q4. His Q4.
Q4
Baggy.
Has she come yet? Or is that 25th of December? Is that when she comes?
No. It's gonna be an 89th minute goal.
Or will it be Q1 26?
89th minute goal, guys. It's gonna be on Boxing Day.
Say no more. Oh, you might be on New Year's,
Guys,
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Oh my
The
God.
countdown. You know
For
that.
Never
sure,
know.
man.
That'll be the last one for the year.
Crying.
Nah.
I'm
guys.
crying.
We'll do types
That's so funny, bro.
Someone said, "What's your type?" Bro, start thinking nefarious thoughts. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking about her emotional intelligence. Like, cut down, like, guys.
Yeah.
I'm
The
actually-
EQ. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see EQ 4 times a year, man.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what industry does she work in, please?
Give me a break, man. That's so funny.
I'm actually big into emotional intelligence. I don't know if you guys noticed.
I hear it.
Funny enough, I'd say this is going off topic.
I'm dating that every-
Move on.
never
Low-key,
mind.
I'd say my biggest, most interesting thing I think about women is curiosity. That's actually my number one thing I like about women. Well, number one. It's 1A. Let's just say that. But curiosity.
How do you gauge curiosity? So from one conversation, what the hell?
Exactly. From one
Did she
conversation,
ask you
I can tell
questions?
John, you just said it, bro. You
Well,
just
maybe
said
she's
it.
just being
It's
polite.
easy.
Do you mean curiosity? Do you mean curiosity for you or curiosity for life, like into life,
All
like
of it.
curiosity of the world, or
Curiosity,
just
you can't turn it off. If you're a curious person, it doesn't stop in one thing. It doesn't stop with just your job or just your life. It's everything. The
Yeah.
way the
That I can agree with.
you can
Yeah, fair
see it
enough.
straight away. So like I already know, like once I see someone, you have a conversation for 5-10 minutes, you're not gonna be them or you are, like, because that curiosity is such a big disqualifier, let's just say. But again, I don't want to get bogged down and start talking about who's types and what types and stuff like that. I think overall we spent almost an hour on this one. I think we can move on to the next one.
I feel like you don't have a God-fearing answer. That's why you won't let us know.
I just said curious. You guys don't like
That's actually
curiosity?
hilarious.
No.
I have to meet myself.
Like curiosity is nice, but like I don't think that it's fair enough. But 4 times a year, flipping heck, mate. Like
It is well.
Guys, if you
that's
wanna
pretty
know-
insane,
never
man.
know.
If you want to know what my type is, maybe you can do a special stream on that one. I'll send out personal invites. If you don't get an invite, just know you already know what it is.
Oh, brother.
To be fair, I don't think I even know what my type is.
All right.
Really?
It's hard to know. It's
Do
hard
you
to
know
know.
what it is? I feel like it's
It's
because
not.
I'm always changing. And that's all.
Oh,
I be
guys.
doing everything.
No,
I do
yeah, she
like
does.
everything.
She
So
does.
I
Fair
don't even know
enough.
what my type
All
is.
right.
My type is
I'm gonna
concrete. Strict
wrap up on
program.
this topic. This is the first one. We've still got 3 more to go. So again, I don't want to hold you guys too much, but we're having such exciting engagement. You guys are asking me questions and personal questions and stuff. I did say I was gonna be oversharing on this. Maybe not that much. But anyway, hopefully, if you've been here for long enough, you got a general flavor of the reasons why. But I guess you can fill in the gaps. If you're a girl and you've been thinking why I meant scared to approach women, no one approaches women in person anymore. Hopefully, from that conversation, you get kind of better idea of the kind of inside baseball reasons. You guys are giggling at the comments. The inside baseball
No, the
reasons
comment
why
is bullshit, really.
the inside baseball reasons why guys probably feel some type of trepidation, concern, etc., etc. And like John said, if you see someone that's also potentially a type, make it a bit easy for them. Smile at them if they smile at you. Kind of, it's those kind of subtle things that kind of make you a guy thinks, oh, hello, something good cook
Or
here.
communication.
What do you do if a woman approach you though? Obviously in a
If I
normal
like her, I'll
30
speak
years
to
way.
her.
Now speak to her.
Like,
If I was single and I liked her, I'll
oh
speak to
hi,
her.
how you doing? Blah blah blah. Like,
Gentlemen, it's kind of hard for guys to tell
Nah,
how you feel about them. Because
I feel like I've approached men in the past and it hasn't gone terribly, but it's also not really my bag. Like,
fair
Yeah,
enough.
but
Rami,
some
you're
people, some people are talented. Like, I know people who are like
I feel like I have game, but I'm
strategic
just like,
mastermind.
I just don't want
Do
to
you have
utilize
game,
it.
bro?
I don't
I
like
do.
girls
Like
doing
every
game
single time I've
stuff.
approached a man,
I
it's
don't
gone
like-
pretty well. I can't lie. Like,
Did you say so?
I don't like girls.
I approached
doing
a man on
game.
LinkedIn once.
Just come at me regular, please. Like,
Just-
just as a
just
lady,
talk.
like
Yes.
Don't come with punchlines.
Yeah, don't do
Punchlines
that.
is hilarious.
Like,
Yeah.
let me do that.
I'm not going back about like.
Anyway, I want to wrap.
yeah,
up
I
this
never approach men. I don't believe in that. It's not my.
Mm.
It's not my big. It's not my religion. But
Yeah.
continue.
All right, let's wrap up on this one, guys. Hopefully you found that interesting, guys, and you found it useful enough to understand. As a girl, you have some more idea about the female perspective. As a guy, you have more idea about the male perspective. No, the other way around. Sorry, I'm talking crazy. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the second perspective now. This one might get hopefully spicier, not in a negative way. Let's hope it doesn't get again. Remember the comments. If you just joined in, let's just go through again. These are the housekeeping rules I established at the start. So I do appreciate you guys keeping it nice and fun. That's really nice. You can tease me, blah blah. I can take it. Oversharing coming up later, but let's try and keep it that way. And again, remember that TikTok is very very sensitive. So as you're commenting, please make sure that if you're in doubt about what you want to say, if it's going to be a bit spicy, please just self-censor that or just don't say it at all, because we got 40 people in here. This is my highest live stream by a lot. Let's not get me taken down. And I do have a follower goal. 5 left to reach that goal, please. There are 36 people in here. If you don't already follow me please. Let's try and get that goal. Let's do more stuff like this. You can see how enjoyable, exciting this is. A great way to spend a Sunday afternoon, I think. So if you want to be doing more stuff like this, please make sure you're following me, and obviously follow the people on the stage as well. As I said, John has a lot of interesting topics. He's gonna make an episode. Exactly, John has a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of insightful advice genuinely on these topics. So make sure you check him out as well. All right, let's move on to the second topic. Now, this is about dating norms and expectations. So imagine like you've somehow managed to overcome that crazy hurdle of, should I get off the train and chase her? Should I not? Should I message her first? And blah 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 blah. You do all that stuff. Now you're in Desala's you're in her DMs. And you guys are going back and forth. She's sending you emojis. You're like, emojis. This one don't show up with that. So yeah, now let's go. Now, as a guy, and again, let's remember, guys. Someone teased me about this earlier. I'm presenting a male perspective. This may or may not be my personal perspective, right? Yeah? Just don't assume it is. Just assume there are some men out there. Many men are saying this, yeah? And the other way around as well. Many women are saying the other side. That's how I want you to think about it. So the male perspective is that women seem to equate spending money with romance, but only when they're on the receiving end. So it's always a nice thing to do, to get taken out, to get this, to get that. But somehow, even though it's romantic, they only want to receive it. You would think if it was romantic, they also want to do it back. Some men are saying. Like,
You know what it is? I think it's because it's like...
Let me finish. I'm still going to go for the female one. We'll decide which one's first. Now, the female perspective, you guys have already mentioned it now about, I rarely see my type, I rarely meet someone I'm interested in, blah, blah. generally seems to be like there's a mismatch in what exactly is going on. Like the romance is a bit dead. He's always like, let's go just do this minor thing, let's come to my house, this and all that nonsense. Like that's what the general consensus, again, some women are saying, perspective. Now, who wants to go first? Do you guys want us to go first, or do you guys want to go first? And again, I should also say before I start that any ladies in the chat, any men in the chat, if you want to jump on live, we do need a diverse perspective on this just to get a broad idea. Even if you completely disagree with either of them and you have your own third perspective, feel free to request and jump on so we can have more. Frisson just says, I've got words to say in it. Okay. If you have words to say, please join us. Come on stage as a guest. Oh, he's requesting. We're going to start with the male perspective in this case.
I think this guy's going to be hilarious.
He's coming in hot.
Let's hear it.
Hello, lads. How's everyone doing today?
Hello. How are you?
No.
I'm good. Yeah, I was just gonna say in it, like, for the guys on about that, I can't lie, I feel like there's a compatibility issue in it. Do you get me? Like, if you're compatible with whoever you're with, all of these things is not gonna be a problem about, or he can't date, or she's equating money to this. There's no man on here that's gonna say he likes a gal truly and true, and you're not gonna want to spoil her. That's a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get me? Like, I mean, I can speak for myself, like in a drama now.
This one, my job boy.
I was scoring that money on my baby girl. I don't know about that now. You're like, because I wanted to look good. You get me? Like, you wanted to look nice. You wanted to, big up yourself and that. So I don't know about none of this. I feel like it's just a compatibility issue, like personally. So.
Do you know what it is? I feel like when it comes to dating, people need to do stuff with dates that they would do by themselves, so they don't feel resentful if things don't work out. Because I think sometimes the issue is people are like, oh my god, I spent so much on this girl and things didn't go anywhere and I'm really annoyed that I spent that much. But it's like, if you just did something that you would have done by yourself anyway and took her along, you're not going to feel like that resentment and like that bitterness afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Can I jump off that as well?
Wait,
Yeah, go on.
I just realized something. Wait, hold on, guys. Wait, slow down. I just realized something. You guys you're talking about, which I appreciate, by the way, the male perspective, as in like that's what we say. I'm trying to put that to the women. So really and truly, what you should be talking about, Kristen, is the other side. I'm trying to put that to the women and say, why are you guys not spending money? That's what I really want to know.
Well,
That's the question you wanted to
know. No, honestly, I feel like the elephant in the. Okay, first of all, it depends on, are you guys boyfriend and girlfriend, or are you pursuing me?
Not pursuing. Like
if I'm, then why am I spending money on you? Like,
okay, no. Sorry, that's not. I didn't even mean to interrupt. I think that situation, I was going to speak about that actually, because for me, I've been in enough situations where I've been pursuing, and it just felt like this is a waste of my time and my finances. Number one, and it came to the point where I was with my girlfriend now, future wife. When I was speaking to her by like date number 3, she listened to everything I'd said in date 2 and 1, and she just called me up and was like, "Are you free to stay? Meet me here." I got there. There was a whole picnic set up, and she said specifically, our last 2 days, you said a few things like you never had a picnic, you love this, you love that. So I got all the food you love. And
yeah, she's a good woman.
This is not writing notes.
Eyes to the side. Will spend.
This is like, why you not writing notes? Are you not listening to what he's saying? Why you not writing notes? You just put your head like this.
I'm so done.
I'm crying.
No, wait, hold on. I know his girlfriend. Like, I feel like I know his girlfriend. I love her. Like, that's why I'm looking at the status. I'm like, damn. Like,
wait, that's not what you were saying. You were not learning from that. It seems like you would be doing that. Though, why are you not taking notes?
Oh, that I should learn from.
Yes, take notes.
It's different because no. It's different.
No, I think what it boils down to is everyone, regardless of gender, is afraid of doing too much for the wrong person. Like,
no,
that's what it boils down to. No one's be vulnerable.
Let's say from this specifically. What you mean by it's different? Why are you not spending money? Tell us. We want to hear the reason. What was the reason? What's the reason? So
I spend money on men a lot. Like, I'm a trick. Like, I'll be very honest. I am, but it's like I have to like the guy a lot. Like, for example, God, please don't say that he's seen this live or that he can see it. The last guy I was dating, like, for his stuff happened, but like for his birthday, I was gonna fly him to Amsterdam. Like, it's like the presents I was gonna get him a Dolce & Gabbana, whatever the hell, AirPods, and what else? Go Colony Club. So it's like, it's not within my it's not within my arsenal. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah. But it's just that I think that with women, I think that you just have to be careful when it comes to energy shifts sometimes. Like, it needs to be reciprocated. And I
Yeah.
think that the first beginning part needs to be the guy pushing more. So during the dates and the blah blah blah. And it's like when I can see that this is a
A
fair,
serious
safe,
person.
yeah, when I see that this is a safe dynamic for me to now do my side, then sure, but it's like it's not gonna be something I lead with.
So
Like for
how
example,
many
like
dates would that be, sorry?
in John's case, you had two like good dates. And not saying that like I'm the speaker person for John, but it's like I know John's character. John is actually a good guy. You get, so it's like if his girlfriend obviously saw that, then that's a very different dynamic. But with a lot of guys, that type of character doesn't show immediately sometimes. So you do have to bide your time because some guys just have money. So it's like they're just wooing you just because they can. It's not that
It's
their intentions
performative.
are
I
pure.
think it's performative sometimes as well. Guys just want to be able to say, "Oh, I
Exactly.
did this for this girl," and they don't even like you really, but they just want
Exactly.
that. Like they just want to be able to say they did it. But I've done the same thing as well,
Exactly.
though. I've done the same thing
Dude.
as well. Like sometimes I do stuff for people just because I want to say that I did something. Like it doesn't necessarily mean I like you. Like
Or just because, or wait, also just because they can. Like, it's like, especially the
yeah,
older we get, people have money. So it's like, if
exactly,
a
man.
guy's like, oh, like, for example, one guy that I was friends with, just so that one of the girls on his roster doesn't get upset, he sent her a bouquet of roses just to satiate her. It meant nothing to him, though. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, when it comes to these
Yeah,
things, a lot of it is discernment too. So it's not that you've done a lot for me, now I'm going to do a lot for you. Like, it has to be like, I actually feel like it's okay for me to say, you know what, I'm going to treat you too. But half the time, a lot of guys are just trying to woo you. Like, it's not nothing.
yeah, literally. Like it's just
I want to put my interview hat on here for a second. I want to get a bit specific into this. Sorry, Kenem, I'm going to add you on in a minute. Just
not Kenham. All my days.
Oh, you know
man.
him? Okay, you guys,
They
Yeah,
are.
that's my boy.
Because right now, all I've heard right now is basically like a bunch of excuses. If I'm being honest, if I'm a guy,
It's not
Love
excuses.
bombing,
let me
literally.
finish. So this guy meets you. You guys go on 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates. All the rationalizations you guys have been making about why he's spending the money, I guess we don't really know, right? The assumption right now is like he's spending the money because he's trying to impress you. Even if he's doing that just because he has money to spend, I don't think it really matters. But then it gets to a point where you guys like, it seems to be like you want more commitment, right? Before you then decide to then start spending as well. And so my question then would be like,
Exactly.
why would he feel the need to keep doing that if you're not showing any commitment? Primarily, the way I see it is like, or maybe other men, not me, see it is
Sorry.
is that money is the primary way you show effort in the early stages, or I mean, generally speaking, anyway. Like
I don't think so.
the primary thing. Okay, someone that's not spending money, well, obviously they don't think so. Fair enough. The primary way you say put your money where your mouth is like spending money. Yeah, like you can say all the nice words, like you said. It's almost like the same thing. If a guy was saying all the nice words, all this blah blah, he's not taking you on a date. When enough of the shalai, please, let's go and do something. So now the guy is showing the effort in the primary way by spending the money, but then you guys are like, actually, I'm not gonna do that yet because I want more effort because I need to know this is like how would I then feel as a guy secure enough in this bond if you're not doing if you're not matching my energy, like. All the effort is coming from my side right now. Why is that?
We are
Seems a bit
so
odd.
far away from the original line of the like. It's like
How?
I feel like we're trying to make this is too like. Not saying that we're not equals, but I feel like this is trying to make this too equally. Like
I
it's
don't
like
think it's just that. I think it's the thing where it's like traditionally heterodynamics, the man is the pursuer,
They
no?
love tradition all of a sudden.
Like-
they love
No,
tradition.
I'm not
all
saying
of a
I
sudden.
agree with that. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I'm saying historically that's been the case, isn't it? So it's the thing where like I think some women they're like, oh, I don't want to put too much of myself forward because what is he gonna think I'm a beg now? Like, am I too eager now in his eyes because I've done something?
But
nice for
the
him?
guy's doing it.
I'm here.
Yeah, but my point is, some
like
some men really
But can
think
I ask a
like,
question though? Yeah, Zaino, this thing you just said about like
yeah.
gal them feeling like they're a beggar sign. I'm sorry, like, what is this mentality thing? If
No,
you
can I?
like a
I can
brethren-
explain my rationale. I can explain my rationale, but I think it's the same rationale that men have. Like, sometimes men are like, "Oh, I'm doing so much for her for this one thing." Meanwhile, other men don't have to do that much. I think women feel the same way as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but you like the brethren though. Do you get me? I'm not saying like,
Sorry, that doesn't make
if
sense.
it's a bum or something. If you like the man, like, what are you thinking about all of that for?
No, I hear you because I'm happy being nice to men. I'm just saying the reason why some women might not necessarily be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna reciprocate super quick, is because they don't want to feel as if like, oh, I'm doing the most, whereas other women who've dealt with him before haven't had to do the most.
Okay, how do I put this? Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm saying that mentality only comes from the women that actually like the brethren. Because if you don't like a man, you're not gonna care about nothing. You just eat the food and go home. Do you get me? Like, just gonna cut him off. But if you actually like the man, now you're being self-conscious, talking like some, oh, am I doing too much? Like, if you like the man, calm down and just enjoy the date and do whatever it is that you would do on a regular
No, I
day.
hear it. I'm talking specifically about spending money though. That's what I'm talking about. No, because like, bro, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean the last baby you like didn't have to spend a penny, but I'm here buying you like a PS5? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Bro,
Oh, listen.
like,
Someone just says in the comments here. Women will go for a walk if they like. Sorry, someone just says on the comment. Women will go for a walk if they like the guy. And I'm telling you, that is the truth. Listen, I always say this. First dates, yeah. People might hate me for this, but don't splash. Keep it as do something you want to do and bring her along with you. I think Zena said that
something
earlier.
very casual.
Do something casual.
do something you're comfy doing.
You're meant to talk, bro. Go on a walk. If you have a car, go for a drive and like get some food.
Bro's not.
I'm telling you, bro.
Human trafficking.
I'm telling you, go for a walk. Find a nice park. Go for a walk and just talk. It will save you.
No.
Nah, I think like doing activities.
I agree with Jay.
It will save you so much. I'm telling you.
I agree with Jay because at the time when I lived in Canada, innit, yeah, there was this one girl I was talking to at the time. Literally, she pulled up to my like the area where I lived. We took a walk to a fountain, sat down there, and just talked about bears. Grabbed food and then she went home. That's it, done. Did you get me? Like, it's not all of that. Or wow, yes,
it's work, bro.
Let's go out eating.
I'm telling you, I met my girlfriend on a walk. I met her on a very long walk, a hike. It works. I'm telling you. That conversation, those talks, it does a lot, man.
You get me, man? Go on hikes, go on walks, go to arcade.
That one is like she's already come pre-cooked. Based on the conversation you guys have had, that's why I want. That's why I need. Like, there's already been a kind of feeling of like she's already low key feeling you in that way that it doesn't really matter. Which is why I like. That's what I was saying earlier about like liking that initial off rip. But this one I already said it. She already exposed the truth. Which I'm not gonna lie. The reality is this: the biggest reason why I feel that way is because you're a man, and so you should do it. It's basically what it is. That's all it boils down to. There's no. They can say like, oh,
hold on. No. Hello, host, please. I didn't say that. What I'm saying, because your question, what you were saying is that, like, why is it that, I have to figure out the discernment thing, etc. Like, why can't you be doing it back? I said that I can do it back, but it depends on how much, if I can tell that this is genuine. Because a lot of guys, like, even, I feel like if people are very honest with themselves, with men, the type of women that you even acquire does a lot to the man's ego, or the way that people can say stuff about, like, even in, like, let's say rap songs where it's like you can identify my girls by the Birkins. Like, it's like for them, a lot of guys
it's a status symbol.
Spending on girls, it's a status symbol. So exactly. It's like when you, especially when you know guys that have a lot of money, for a lot of them, the splashing on girls thing is kind of like, yeah, I got something light in it, or I did it. It doesn't mean anything. So it's like when guys are spending money on you, etc., you need to use your discernment to know, is he just doing it because he's a guy with motion? Because a lot of guys that have motion just spend on girls. That's even one of my friends that does it. One of my friends that does it, and he gets nothing from women, like nothing, not even a kiss. I said, why do you do it? And it's like, girls are a hobby. For some people, for some people, it's not that deep. So that's why, as you, like, if you know you want something meaningful for someone, that's why I compared it to John, because it's like, if he has come up with that very genuine, authentic energy, if his girl by date 3 has planned something, that makes sense because he's being genuine and authentic. And that's why I said that that's where discernment comes in. So just because the guy's splashing, because a lot of guys splash because they can.
It's an ego thing.
You go to Eden, it's them. It's always them. But they're just doing, like, it's just something they do because a lot of guys, it just comes with the territory for some of them. It doesn't actually mean that much. So that's why, as a woman, you can't get too carried away, like, oh, he did this and he did this. Because for some guys, it's just part, like, their dads raised them that way. They have to be chivalrous, like, be a gentleman. So it's just regular programming, but it doesn't mean they like you that much. And now that you're spending money back thinking that you're building rapport, and that's not actually what's happening.
But
you're just babe number 10.
What's wrong with that? Because you're dating, right? So, like, everyone's taking the chance here. You're, assuming that they're doing it because, yes, it's the money is like the end of it. But obviously, the money comes with like, let's go to this place because I booked it out and planned it. Like there is other stuff attached that it's not just like there's the money, right? So the effort is all.
That's like an
encapsulated in the
authenticity and
spending.
discernment.
I mean, okay, I don't know if that's a
That's
semantic
something
thing or not, but
discernment.
No,
Like,
I think
so
the only way
if
you
you
can tell
specifically was
if someone likes you.
yeah, go on.
No, sorry. I was gonna say I feel like as a woman, the only way you can tell if a guy actually likes you is if he spends money on activities you enjoy, not just like generic activities. Like for example, there's certain stuff that I'm not interested in at all. So someone could spend like 1K on it, but I wouldn't really care because I'm not interested in it. Whereas if they were to spend money on something that actually shows they've paid attention to my interests, whatever, then I know like, okay, yeah, this person does actually like me. Because like the Solar said, like it's easy to just spend money and just be like, oh yeah, I
It's
took
not
her hair,
easy. It's
I
not
did
easy.
this, whatever,
Okay,
blah, blah,
stop
blah.
saying that, please. It's not easy. Stop saying that.
Why is it not easy? It's so easy
What
to
do you
book
mean?
something like.
What? It's not easy.
if we
You
bought,
guys will be doing
if
it.
we
You
bought
guys will do it.
everybody on the live a bouquet of roses, does
Right.
that mean that we love each other?
Exactly,
No.
man. It's just flowers. It's not
But
that deep.
they cost £30 at M&S. Like, you know, like it's just
This is what kills me. Like people say, like, "Oh, a guy spending time with you means he likes you." Bro, men marry women they don't like.
that's why, like, especially with guys, like, that's why you can't. That's what I'm just saying, that the whole thing about spending money and stuff. I know that that's talking about like the effort did that, but I think that effort is more. You need to know what's more like cost effective to a guy too.
Right.
Like, if I'm dating somebody that is very busy, like let's say you're an entrepreneur, you're busy, you spending time with me will mean way more than us ever getting presents or going on dates because you don't have time. Like, it's like I could be like, let's say I'm dating someone, I'm calling you on the other, like we're on FaceTime and you're on your business phone and you're holding a meeting, like you're closing a client. I know you like me because you've got me in your presence. You don't need to, you're busy. But that now holds more weight than you taking me out to Mayfair. Do you get what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. That like, it's just that's why I said that discernment means a lot in this type of stuff, because you just need to tell with this specific person what is hard for them that they're doing for you.
Yeah.
Because for some people, gifts is not that deep, dates is not that deep, but like, okay, she said that this has happened to her. I like acts of service. If this guy's going out of it, that's why I think that's the most powerful love language in my opinion. But it's like, if he can go out of his way to do certain things, and it's like, I can tell that you actually really do like me. So if I feel comfortable to also, in whichever way that I show care and affection, be like, you know what, like, yeah, like this guy actually, like, I'm now reciprocating more because I can tell. So that's what I'm just saying. Money, everyone just throws it to money. Money doesn't mean that much to a certain, not even a lot of people, but for some people, it's not.
It's not the
A
be all
good
end all at
indicator.
all.
Yeah, it's not a good indicator of effort.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think to be honest, the truest love language, the truest indication of love is if like someone inconveniences themselves for you.
Yeah.
That's how you know someone really likes you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like those ones they're harder to do initially, though, right? Like acts of service and
Not necessarily. If you build enough of a rapport with someone.
We still have to go on
No,
dates.
I think it depends. Like it depends how like perceptive you are. It depends how perceptive you are.
I'm
I
not
think.
saying
Like,
it's hard to do in terms of like you can't perceive stuff. But I'm saying like, again, there are like extenuating circumstances. Let's say you're going through something difficult, etc., etc. The average dating, whatever, is kind of like light information. We talk for a while. Sometimes be intentional about having you around. We talk for a while. We go on 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, etc., etc. And the point's been taken that yes, there are other ways you could do it, but again, the counterpoint, which is like money is easy to spend, as you guys say. If it was so, and again, everyone was joking about who has money. I guess we all black, we all make 100K, right? Yeah, we all living. The counterpoint is that if it's so easy to do, why don't you guys do it? If it's so like, well, he's not that deep, I can just do it. You guys seem to have all these prevaricating excuses why you can't do it, or because you don't know if it's genuine, or because it's this. The guy might be doing it for this other reason. But if it's when it's so easy to spend, you guys don't then seem to want to spend it. It doesn't seem to be adding up. So I'm just trying to understand.
It shifts the dynamic.
pay gap, innit? I'm joking.
Okay.
I think what?
Get the real
Did you say
reasons
pay
out.
gap?
Let's get the real
How you
reasons
want to
out.
pay gap into
Get the real reasons.
That is
Okay.
hilarious. I don't know. I think the way I see it is like this. As much at the end of the day, money, depending on how much you have or how easy you can use it, does matter. Let's be real with ourselves. So there was a thing I saw recently. I was like, if a guy was to buy you a Birkin bag, let's say a Birkin bag is £10,000 or dollars, I can buy that for you. But if I gave you that 10K right now and told you to buy yourself the bag, would you buy it?
Hell no.
You wouldn't, because you understand the value of what it is when it's now your money. But when it's
Yeah.
someone
That's
else's
what I
money,
don't really. I
you don't.
prefer
But
money.
when it's someone else's money, it's like you kind of don't care because it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna do it anyways. So I think like money itself is important. We can't say it's not important, but it
It's
does mean
definitely important.
it
Like, I think
depends
like
on
a
your
lot of
interest in
divorces are
the
because of
guy.
money.
I think if you really do like, that's what was being. She was very like front forward where she said, "When I do like you, I will spend," and that's I think it's very simple.
Yeah,
But I think man, them we've dealt with enough women who actually don't like us enough, and we've
that's
kind of
true.
like
I
accepted
agree
it
with
as
that.
it's the norm. And what I'm trying to say for time is
Not me.
that's
Oh.
not the norm.
I
That's
think,
not
do
the
you know what
norm.
it is? Though? I think
If she don't
everyone's
like
avoidant.
you, you
Everyone,
can't spend enough. You can't buy her love. You really can't. You can buy her
point, Sean.
presents,
Good
but you
point.
can't buy her love.
I completely agree with that. And I think, John, your experience is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, if someone, again, thinks like, I don't know your personal experience, if your girl was genuinely thinking this is potentially the love of my life, but like, if someone feels that way about you, all those things that you're doing as effort, they're gonna match it. They can make excuses
Yeah.
about like, oh, this and I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about that. If they feel that way, they'll be doing it. So by the third day, you're not gonna be thinking,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know loads of girls, like, a lot of them are my friends. They will be like, nah, no way, third date. Doesn't mean they don't like the guy, but the way they like is like, I can't be paying for that like that early. It has to be in a relationship, it has to be serious, it has to be blah blah blah. But again, now I'm speaking for myself, I'll be honest. I just find it hard to reconcile that if I like you, which is why this the reason why I want to plan this date. Again, we're speaking money here. Obviously, money is what you actually spend on the date, but like the money is a proxy for like effort, in my opinion. Like you put some thought into like, let's go here, let's go do that. If I'm doing that, and we did that once, we did that twice. If you like me, why are you not trying to do that back? Like I'll never understand the idea that because you're a man, which I'll be honest, that's what to me seems like the dominant real reason. Like a lot of people don't want to say it, but it's like, as a man, that's just your role to do. That's really what they feel. And I think as a guy, eventually you're going to reject that. You're going to be like, no, I'm not going to just let my gender just mean like I'm giving all the effort.
yeah.
And you're just coming here to enjoy my effort and take it as like you're doing the same thing. I think, yeah.
Does she have to plan stuff back, or can she give you a gift? Like,
What do you mean, sorry?
I,
What was the
I'm
question?
I,
saying, when it comes to the spending thing, like me, for example, I'm not really a planner, but I'm more of a gifter in it because I don't really enjoy like the logistics of planning stuff. But I'm happy to give gifts like pretty early on. Like I've done it before.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I'm-
it's a, sorry, before you go this way, I'll answer that. It's a proxy for intentionality, I think. So, like,
Yeah.
it's not always like, I think to be fair, planning and paying for the date is, exceptional intentionality. Like, you're really, stepping up. But yeah, if it's like something gifty, like based on like, we've been doing this so far, you mentioned this, you mentioned that, something practical or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like intentionally,
Yeah.
like,
That's a part of it. Like, so it's not like,
yeah. 'Cause I don't like planning stuff. I don't have the brain for that. Like, I just hate planning stuff. So I'm more of like a gifter. So it's like, say for example, he says, "Oh, I like XYZ baseball team, basketball team, whatever." Maybe like I got you like a jersey or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like that's how I am.
Yeah, I think gifts.
I
I think gifts
like
definitely show that you're listening. It shows you're
Exactly.
listening.
I just don't like planning stuff. I'm just not a planning
Yeah,
person.
but you go to your strength, and I hear that.
Someone says,
in my
guys hate paying for
opinion, and
dates.
this is
Facts.
Yeah, they do.
uh,
They'll take your card and tap it and say they paid. Yeah.
Real.
I think that also with the spending money thing, and I won't speak on behalf of all women because it's definitely a me thing. But in the past, I have learned that when it comes to men, it's something that you need to pace. Especially like, let's say you know that you're somebody where like, for me, gift giving is not my love language to receive, but it's mine to give. So it's like because if I can't be there or whatever the heck, I know that okay, cool, you like this, I'm gonna get this for you. But with men, I think that sometimes, and this isn't again all men or all women, but I think that sometimes when you show that too early, some people see that as like, she's hooked, I don't have to care. Like the effort sometimes goes down, or like they look at you. Yeah, and then like guys always talk about this thing of the chase, right? And I don't agree with the context because I think it's actually quite predatory. But it's like for some guys, once you start like proper like okay, I'm gonna buy you this, I'm gonna do that, it's like the effort goes down and then they kind of like don't try as hard anymore because it's kind of like she's like, I've got her. So it's like I've learned that like I know that that's what I want to do for you, but I have to be very careful about it. Like the last guy I was talking to, it's over, but it's like I literally had like like in my notes, whenever he would mention something, I'd write it down. Like over the course of the months, it's like I know he likes this, I know he mentioned this the other day, like his AirPods are always lost, like he has ADHD. Okay, cool, I know that for your birthday I'm gonna get you AirPods. So it's like I was keeping inventory of it. Like he needed a website, I'm a web developer, so it's like it's like, but it's something that I won't do immediately. But it's like I'm marinating on it because I think sometimes when you show your cards too early, if you and you and the person are not completely vetted yet, etc. Some people kind of take
They
the
become
piss of that.
complacent. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then
they
like
become
some guys, they'll
advantageous
just
as well. I
yeah,
can't
and then
lie
they'll just go to
sometimes.
the yeah, and then like they can't. It's like listen again. It's not all guys, but I think that some guys kind of like it when a girl makes them work for their like her
Yeah.
love and like
Right.
affection back. So once you kind of hold on, so it's like I feel like once you like the girl, it's like oh yeah, she's cool. Like she's not that.
Yeah, some men
Blah.
love the chase. They love the chase. They don't actually enjoy being in relationships, but they do enjoy like the process of chasing a woman.
But
Yeah,
No,
so
I've
that's what I'm
seen that
saying. That
before.
yeah. So that's why
but
the discernment thing. That's why I keep just talking about discernment. Like it's something that you kind of. I think as a woman, one, I think it's something that you need to pace, and then
Definitely.
two, you need your discernment about it. So
You know what the problem
have
is
you
though? I think
considered
it
the
depends on the woman as well. Like, because
sorry?
I think like for me, what is it? I'm super unserious, so it's like I don't really care about like this gifting thing because it's like I'm just very in the moment. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really have like that whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna apply to certain or whatever. Because like I don't know, I'm not really like a relationship person. Do you know what I mean? So I think maybe that's why I'm able to operate with like a more carefree like paradigm when it comes to this stuff.
Listen, the point you made about
I wanted to jump off what. Okay, go on.
okay, quick one. What point you made about having to be discernment and like after that guy? But have you not considered that that's what guys have to do every time? All the concern you have about is she going to take
sorry, wait,
advantage?
sorry. Someone
She's
in the
reciprocating.
comments. Wait, hold on. Someone in the comments is saying like, why do you guys need notes? I need when I say notes, I'm a very like organized person. So the moment I know that you like something, I write it. Like, let's say if it's a book name, I'm gonna write the book name down. Like everything down to like what it's called, I write it down. But it's not an inventory of this person is a blah 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 blah. It's just
Yeah.
that if you mention a lot of stuff over the course of a year,
Yeah,
and
you
your
need
birthday's at
that.
the end of the year,
Yeah,
it's like I
exactly.
want to go back to
Yeah,
everything that I know you like.
That
So
makes sense.
relax.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Anyways,
Yeah. There's
continue.
nothing wrong with keeping notes on someone. I think it just
Yeah,
shows you care. Like
yeah.
So
like even me, like favorite color, favorite hobby, whatever.
okay,
Like I think it's
that's
pretty
normal.
standard to
Yeah,
just keep that in
Yeah,
your
I
head.
think that's
Like,
normal.
yeah. This
I
is
think
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the host was making a great point actually.
Yeah, sorry,
Going
John.
about it. You're talking about discernment.
Yeah. So I was basically
Yeah,
just saying
okay.
like
Yeah.
Isla mentioned about how I guess because of that specific experience as well, she's more guarded about it because she feels like sometimes it's not it might not be for real. Like it's all you never know what's gonna happen. Blah blah. But the point I was gonna make is that you did that once and you were like, oh wow, this is long. Guys have to do that every time. All the concern you make
Every.
every time you're speaking to her, you're going out with her, it's always a
Oh,
risk. She might not be
let
feeding
me
you. She might not be
wait.
there for your money, for your food, whatever. Like,
Let me.
yeah,
Let
go on,
me.
John. Go on, John. Take
Sorry.
it away, bro.
Let me say one. This is a personal story. I
Yeah.
think I just about finished uni at this time, and I was back in London, so no job, no nothing, looking for a job. And I met this young lady. First time, when someone messages you like, "Hey, let's go out." We went out on a date. So I messaged her, "Let's go out." Went out on a date. Went to this Mexican place. Bear in mind, my money was low. I thought we were gonna get the little tapases, the small little tapases.
Yeah.
She ordered about every single tapas they had, then with the drink as well. And so I sat there thinking, okay, it's cool. You know what? It's cool. Overdraft to cover this. I paid for it. And I started thinking, wait, maybe
overdraft is
does she actually like me? I said, does she actually like me? Cool. She hit me up again saying, hey, I'm in your area. Let's get some food. I said, oh, okay. Went out and I said, you know what? This time I'm not going to eat. I'm going to see what happens. I got to the restaurant after she was already there. She ate. The bill came. She looked at me like, I was like, I didn't eat. I got here after you finished. You still want me to pay for it? I said, no, I'm not paying for it. She said, okay, that's fine. She paid for it. Next message I got from her, I don't think we should be together. I don't really think I'm thinking you like that. So it's like, as a guy, you always have to be thinking, are you actually here to get to know me? Or am I just free food to you? And sometimes you are free food to them. I know a girl, she used to save guys as free Ubers, as Chinese food. She used to save them as the food that they ordered for her.
I'm crying.
So it's like, there's things that guys have to think about like that. And so when I'm hearing ladies say we have to have discernment, you do, but we have
Everyone needs discernment, I
every
think.
single occasion.
I'm gonna be sick.
It's a human trait. We
so
need it as
dark.
well.
John, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah,
Just hearing that story makes my stomach hurt.
that's really
I
dark.
was gonna ask.
Yeah, sorry.
Just a meal, please.
I was
Like,
gonna ask this a lot of question actually. I was gonna say so with the brethren that you were talking about, yeah, you said the one that you were talking to for a while and then you cut off. Would you say that you lot were compatible?
Yeah,
Why?
loads of reasons. Like we have the same mentality towards life. The majority of like places, we act in similar ways. We have similar goals, aspirations, dreams. Both Christian, find similar things funny, etc., etc.
Calm. So, if you don't want to answer, by the way, it's calm in it. But I was gonna. Could you give like a vague reason as to why you lot stopped talking?
Bruh.
We stopped talking because he is not ready for commitment.
Fair.
Oh, is he not ready, or is he not ready with you?
For me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, no. Listen, and this is where I'm driving at.
You said vague. You said vague. That's how vague I can make it.
100%. And I like that.
Yeah.
So, if you're saying that my man wasn't ready for commitment, are you not really compatible though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's compatibility, because if you're compatible, you be together.
Do you get me?
Because his obviously guys lie or whatever, but his reasons were just like because it's just that, like, there's some things that he wants to achieve in life,
right.
And his life is very turbulent. Like, he's got a lot going on. So for him, it's kind of like he compares himself to me and says that, like, you're more stable, like you, because like I'm a 9 to 5, whatever. Like, I work in tech and he's an entrepreneur. Right. So it's like he's kind of like there's stuff he wants to do, but it's like I'm ready to settle down, but then he's not the same, right. And our lives are very.
I don't think
different.
That's compatibility then, not like full compatibility, because I think you can have like a lot in common with someone, but not be compatible enough to be like in a relationship.
Exactly. And the reason why I brought this up, was because like you were talking about like, oh, don't show your cards, yada yada yada. See, just because, let's say for example now you're capital letter B and my man is a small letter B, cool. The both of you are B's, but your capital one is a small letter. Do you get what I mean? So just because a lot of things rhyme doesn't mean a lot of compatible. So all them things still boil down to compatibility. Like a lot of people jump into things and thinking, oh yeah, we like the same type of things. Oh yeah, we think, nah, it doesn't mean you're not compatible for.
No, literally, like having hobbies in common doesn't mean that you're meant to like get married.
You get me? Like compatibility is so much more than just knowing how to play football together. Like you need to know if you're compatible for a relationship. Like, is my man emotionally available? Is he emotionally ready? Is he healed from?
Is he at the stage where he actually wants something long term?
You get me? Like, is he? Are you lot on the same plane when it comes to relationship? Like bagbe or all these other people are doing bagbe. Do you get what I mean? So like, compatibility is the cocoa. Like that's the backbone of everything in general.
Yeah. So I think as well, you can be compatible with someone on paper, but when it comes to actually being in a relationship with them, you realize like you've got different communication styles.
Like do you get what I mean?
Everything.
Yeah, because the thing is that like we like literally only like we would talk every single day, 8 months straight. So it's like anything that would happen to him, he let me know. Anything that happened to me, would let me know. Like we were very like yin and yang. But it's literally like for him, that's what he said. And it could be because there's other women. Like it's like, you know, the ones that I feel like I've been an adult for long enough, 26 years old, to know that like there could be somebody else in the picture, or maybe you don't want to let go of that lifestyle of knowing that, like, especially because I post on socials and then he's like whatever. So it's like if you don't want to leave your lifestyle behind, it's like if you did anything, Dessa's gonna know immediately. Like someone's gonna tell Dessa, like it's good. You'll get back to me. So it's like you don't want to let go of that lifestyle just yet. Or like I think that with some guys, even if they like you, the idea of like, oh, I have to drop everything now, like I have to be serious now, and then like even let's say I'm a high maintenance woman just for this scenario.
Let's say.
Then like let's say just say it. But it's like not even deep in that, like this is the way she treats herself.
Yeah.
So what be me, like I'm like I have to also like, you know, so it's like even thinking of like what type of like burden am I, not burden.
No, because you know he's got to maintain what you've already got going on, innit? He has to maintain what you've got going on. So if he sees that and he's like, I'm not on it, that's okay, as long as he walks away and he's like transparent. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like.
Are you sucking Gary?
I feel it's like I know.
Now I'm trying to see that you get me. You look like Gary for a second, innit? That's.
Right.
Wait, can I ask one?
I get that, like it's a very ask a question.
Yeah, can I ask one question? So what's her name? Is Desolated. Yeah. So you're saying that he's aware that he's not as stable as you are, or whatever. And so, what is it? A mutual thing where you guys are like
sort of like, I don't know if you're waiting until he's ready or whatever, or like is it just like a friendship right now and you just cut off a lot of completely?
I wanted to wait, and then I realized that waiting wasn't fair on me. And then we were friends. We are friends, but it's like, it's hard to be friends with someone that you really cared about. So just like distance over time. That's the end of the story.
All right, enough about this.
Oh no, I hear it.
Stop asking a personal question.
I said, I'm curious, is this him? Somebody said, is this him? I'm polite.
Ruth's asking for himself. Who wants to know for himself? All right, we're gonna.
Your mic is echoing.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I mean.
Someone said it's like him.
I think both of you.
That's so funny.
Is this him? Is crazy, can't lie.
If it was him on a banner, that would actually be terrible.
Your grand now.
Thank you. All right, so appreciate it, guys. This has been a great one. We're actually meant to do again. That was really just the female perspective for us, but we spent so much time on it. The male perspective female perspective for men. They don't have to date anymore. We're gonna maybe do 10 minutes max on that before we move on to the next one. So I guess that's like women are thinking men don't know how to date anymore. I think we maybe touched on this earlier, talking about how, if you're unsure about where it's going, initiation, etc., maybe that could be it. But obviously we have a couple of guys on the stage. Can I just ask, are these both guys on the stage? I'm so sorry, I don't know. Aim for the bonnet and those are two guys, right?
What, me?
My brother,
I mean, what? If I'm a woman, then I've got a really deep voice. I can't lie.
It wasn't coming up when he was talking. It wasn't showing the little thing. So again.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, wasn't Kenan meant to come to the stage?
If you guys want to have, who's that? Sorry. Oh yeah, he was. Sorry. We need more women on the stage. If any girls in the
we need some more girls in here.
If you guys want to come and share more experiences, just so we can keep it relatively balanced. We don't want to overwhelm our ladies. Thank you so much, ladies, for helping us taking part. And also,
there's already an imbalance.
Yeah, exactly. So let's try and balance it out. I'm gonna say I've nudged up the follower goal to 140. I'm feeling a bit greedy. So if you guys could help with that, 45 people in here, 4 more to get to the next goal. Thank you so much. This has been a great conversation. Like I said, I think fantastic way to spend a Sunday afternoon. If I do say so myself, it is my brainchild. But moving on to. Do you guys want to take the female perspective? Do any guys want to comment on that for the next maybe 5-10 minutes before they move on to the third?
I was gonna say one thing. See, this is gonna be a reach of a statement. You get me? But like, you lot don't bite me. You get me? That's brave. But like, okay. And the only reason why I kind of thought of this is because like I was literally just scrolling through YouTube like yesterday or the day before, and then some back chat thingy episode came on, and they were talking about like how a lot of women, well, at least in America, how they religiously follow that statement, broke boys don't deserve no. Do you get me? So it's like,
oh my god, I saw a hilarious tweet about that the other day. It's like, I deserve none at all. Not even a little bit.
Do you get me?
Not even a crumb. That's crazy.
But like, so like, the point I was trying to make, right, is like, due to the fact that a lot of people, like a lot of women follow that religiously, it kind of like treats the market backwards. So now a lot of men just be like, okay, cool. So if that's why I need to get none, then it's nothing else.
That's the elephant in the room, though, isn't it? Because it's like, I feel like it's a thing where some women probably would quote unquote give it up more easily. Obviously, the language around that is already controversial because it's it's a mutual exchange. Yeah,
get me. A lot of people are like, oh, what? So
exactly, but then it's the thing. I think it's in women's head. It's like, if I'm going to be shamed. For being forthcoming with my desire.
Because he was a rich guy. You get me?
No, but it's not even that. It's like, if I'm going to be shamed for being forthcoming with my desire, and then I might as well hold it back until he does XYZ thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the rationale that a lot of women apply.
Crying a Bentley, not a kicking up it. You get
me? I think all those conversations are very harmful for both sides.
Defo.
I think it's one of the worst things that have come out of like modern dating. I think
think romance has always been like to a degree transactional, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think even marriage was originally a transaction.
Yeah, but that's not romance.
Yeah, that's not romance. You always say it was always something like this. We'd have a princess married off to another king, but she has someone she actually loves. So like the romance was always there. It's just wealth and power kind of took her away in terms of
Oftentimes the romance thing was put on her back burner. That's why we have lots of stories.
I think
Yeah,
that's
go on,
something
go
we
on.
should also consider, because this whole topic of men don't know how to date anymore, it goes down to the thing of, what are you dating for? Are you dating for actual love? Or are you dating for stability? Because I think
Or are you just dating to find someone to sleep with? Like,
that's, you see what I
Yeah,
mean. So it's like men
that
don't
is what
date
some people are
anymore.
doing.
No,
Like,
they're not trying to. He don't
yeah,
want to
but
fall in love with you. He wants to fall into you. There's something else he wants to fall
the
into.
irony is that women back in the day didn't really have the option necessarily, especially if you're talking about more patriarchal societies, to
Yeah, they didn't.
have their own independent choice of dating for
yeah,
romance. No,
exactly.
that's a myth. What you think?
Exactly.
You're saying, listen, yeah, you better go marry, yeah, the next lord over there, or the next, you know what I'm trying to say, duke, or, you know what I'm trying to say, I can't,
Or
no,
just even in the
chief.
village, it's like, oh, you marry someone who
Chiefing
has,
over there for the family and that. You
yeah.
think man cared about your little boyfriend and that in the village? you think
Can I say another
you
thing
think they
though? Yeah.
they give a toss
You gonna give
about
a
him?
toss, bro.
You're
You're
mad.
marrying that blacksmith, fam.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
myth. That was a myth
Yeah,
back then. I
but
can't lie.
also, can I say something? Like, bringing it back to what Jay said about like the princess getting married off, but the real brethren that she likes is not. You get me? Bringing it back to that, yeah, it's like if you kind of relate it back to then, them man, we're not really blowing money. Like they were just spending time in the little gardens, going for walks and that. So it's like like personally, I feel like real romance is looked at as broke boy love. Do you get
I hear
me?
what you're saying.
Because it's like real romance, bro. Let's be real. You just want to be in the presence of your partner. You don't want to cook, hang out, watch movies, yeah, you go on dates here and there, but it's not necessarily centered about buying her a Birkin, buying
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
just
exactly.
being
gold,
around someone.
getting an
If
AP.
you,
Like,
yeah,
But
do
that's
you
yeah.
get
But
what I
that's
mean?
why I said
yeah,
that,
just being
like,
around
with
someone. If you
everything
actually
going
care
on.
about them, go on.
This is like,
No,
go on,
that's
I'm
what I was saying,
listening.
that like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, that I feel like social media is what's kind of messing up these attitudes towards dating, because it's not realistic in the first place. And then like when it comes to like dating, like even people, oh, I've never dated a broke boy. The broke boys are being wifed, but whatever the word is, but it's like
Bro,
guys
they're
that
getting
aren't,
like
and
five women pregnant,
but
bro.
they're being treated amazingly, actually. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, that a lot of the time, a lot of things that we hear online, and then people, like, we have
It's
conversations
optics.
around, I always say it's just echo chamber. Like, this stuff is not real. Like, in the real world, like, this stuff is happening very, 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 very frequently. Like, it's like some girls, they won't tell you about what's going on in their relationship, but they cover a lot in their relationship. Like,
Defo.
but it's like, it's just because it's kind of like a, oh my god, like, you're dating a bomb, that's so embarrassing, sis, but
It's,
you
I
don't
think as
say
well though.
anything.
Yeah, because they
I
don't
think
want to
as
be
Yeah,
well
judged.
as a woman.
they don't want to be
No,
judged,
no,
but
no.
that's what I'm saying.
To be
Like,
judged.
all of these are just hypotheticals. But I know a lot of girls, like the whole, like, I would never go
Yeah.
50-50, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people are
Mm,
doing this. Like, it's just that you kind of just don't, you're not
there's
loud in it.
shame.
That's all.
I
Yeah,
think as
yeah,
well
yeah.
that there's shame around it because as a woman, oftentimes you're judged on like the man you're with as well to an extent.
Yeah.
Because it's a thing where, like,
Oh,
say for example, a woman has a kid with a
100%.
guy who's a bum. Everyone's thinking, no, she's washed. You get
Damn.
what I'm saying?
But if
Like,
you're
obviously,
if
I
you're
would
gender
also think
aware,
that.
it's completely fine. Like, if
Damn.
it's like, it depends on the guy, who the guy is as well. Like, it's like with some guys, if you're a bad guy but like you have a certain status, then it's fine. And then
Mm,
Yeah.
some of you can have a very endearing, lovely, very normal guy, but then it's kind of like he's not able to fill out the room with 50,000 bouquet of roses or whatever. So you kind of
yeah.
look at it like he's not really trying. And again, that goes back to discernment. Like, it's like we can't. I think we
Also,
just have to be careful with this stuff.
No, it's funny as well though because there's always
can I
that
say?
rhetoric about
Can
like,
I
oh, like,
say? This a lot. I hear what you're saying about discernment, but I feel like the view of discernment that you have is more or less compatibility. And I'll say because, like,
yeah.
let's say for now, a lot of people want to do dating as a poverty alleviation scheme. If you cannot buy our bone streets, be going forward. If you cannot fill up a fridge every month, be going. Do you get what I mean? But it's like in the reality of things, I feel like a lot of them, they don't want to date a guy with real romance and come out of it with nothing because it's like, oh, I love this guy for real, but what did I gain? Do you get
No,
me?
defo.
And
But
it's
I
like,
think,
why are you dating to gain something instead of dating for actual love? And it's mad.
but the thing is
A
as
lot of
well though,
people
would you?
are.
I think everyone's dating for something to an extent though. Like,
Yes,
realistically,
no, but a lot of women are centered around if I cannot gain any, like, in fact, they will gauge the gain first before they even give you the romance. Do you get what I mean? If they
And
I
want
hear
again,
that.
it's usually
to ching bang for
materialistic.
you,
I hear that, but you could also argue that like men do a similar thing, except it's intimacy.
say that
That's the
again.
thing that's
I didn't
like
catch that. Sorry, what was
centered.
it?
I'm saying you can argue men do the same thing, but instead of centering money, they're centering intimacy. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, come on. Realistically, would any man be in a romantic relationship with a woman he's not intimate with? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the
Intimate
thing
as
is
far
that
like,
no,
like
no, I
the
understand that
Benjamin that.
because, like, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So like even no, but the thing is that that's a good point,
I
because
beg to
you and a
differ, you
guy
know.
can actually be really good.
I beg
If
to
you
differ
dare say that you're abstinent,
because I am
that you're
exactly. I was about to say that.
abstaining.
I was
Nah,
just about
but
to
it's
say
so
that
funny
because I hear your point, but at the same time, I've been with a woman.
sex is
Yeah.
intimacy. What the hell?
Bro,
Oh, guys,
huh?
Sorry, I'm reading the comment. I'm
let's
reading the
be
comments.
careful. Let's be careful.
I read. Yeah, yeah.
Sex.
The
Sensitive.
language before. Hey, I love TikTok shop. I love TikTok shop. You get me?
TikTok is
But anyways,
sensitive.
I'm
um,
crying.
yo, before they fry our accounts, you get me? But I was about to say, I've been with a woman, yeah, and like we didn't get intimate for time because I was abstinent and I was doing that for a reason. Do you get me?
Hmm.
So it's like I can be romantically engaged with someone, but we don't necessarily have to be doing mommy and daddy in the bedroom.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Mommy and
So
daddy.
I love
it's
Mommy and daddy
a,
is absolutely hilarious.
Let me
it's
talk. I want to go
a
down.
Diva. I want to hear Diva. I've been seeing her comments.
Yeah. So there was someone
Is that
spoke
who I
before
think it
and
is?
said,
Oh my god, no way.
I'm crying.
Oh my
because
god.
I'm his friend, I'm a host friend. Okay,
Ah.
let me talk quickly because
Go, go,
I
go.
want to go down before they see me up here. Okay.
who's chasing you?
Yes, people chasing me before they see me here.
Why are you
Someone
ready?
said that someone just said, oh, women will even gauge what they can gain from you before they even talk
I
to you.
said
Yeah, that's a
some.
fact.
I said
Yeah,
some women.
that's
Yeah.
a fact. That's a fact. For me, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
I have to gauge you first. I have to see, okay, what can I, like I have to see, because obviously if a guy approaches me, he sees what he likes. Clearly he sees what he likes. Like, let's keep it a being, like he definitely sees what he likes. So that's
No,
why he
exactly.
approached me. So at the end of the day, if it's not really giving, like somebody said earlier, they will take a girl for a walk. Oh, give it up. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I have to go.
I'm curious, Diva. Before you go, so what exactly are you looking to get?
You know what I'm looking to gain. Don't ask
No,
those
no, you don't.
people.
You tell me. No, you tell me, Diva. I want to hear from you. I don't want to put
Why is she
words in
so
your mouth.
aggressive? Like,
Now Diva
No,
is
I'm
killing me,
playing.
fam.
This is how I talk. I'm playing.
Go on, Diva. I'm curious. Let me hear you.
no, what?
That's
Yeah,
a
what are you
legend.
looking again, though? Go on.
Yeah, gifts, everything nice. Everything nice. Everything sweet and nice.
Everything's sweet and nice. So basically,
yeah, no,
are you?
girl.
So my question to you is this: yeah, if that's what you're looking to gain, are you then equating yourself to the value of that gift? Because that's kind
Yes,
of what it's
yes,
become.
yes, yes,
Of course,
yes,
you.
Okay,
yes.
then
Because if
that's
you give me a
fair. So
bad
that
gift, I'm giving it back.
I think they need to understand that whoever you're dealing with is willing to give you those gifts as easily as that. That's the same means they can get rid of you.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And
No, she's
that's
happy.
Real man.
fine.
Not being happy though.
I'm
They know
happy
that.
with that.
That's
What's wrong with
perfectly
that?
fine.
No,
man. Let's
remember
go.
what's
Thank you,
that?
Diva.
Will I on the live? No.
Diva,
I'm here for it. Like I rate it.
Diva's different, man.
Nah, it's kind of mad.
That's a journey. I
It
rate
is kind of mad
Nah,
because,
even,
like, she said,
even if she's not being serious though, all jokes aside, there is women that have
exactly
those.
like the
Exactly.
women
That
like
exact mentality.
She's
Oh,
been
no.
for real. She's been for real. I know her.
That's okay, man. I support it.
Play.
no, and that's fine.
I
Innit?
could go
Like,
from the comments. I saw in the comments. I said, yeah, this girl's gonna be
She's
interesting.
like, anyway. All right, I think it's 2 hours and 7 minutes in. I think we should move on from this one. I think the consensus. If you haven't guessed, a lot of this was really my concern and my irritation. This one came from me.
no, we know.
I'm crying.
I can't tell. No worries.
So I guess the overall summary of that is like, if you're watching this and you're thinking like, oh, this guy is kind of nice. If you're not spending money, please don't come my way. I beg. Just stay on that side.
Okay,
Right.
sis.
We wanna do-
He said,
Period.
you know what I want? I want gifts and nice things.
I want,
He said, "You're not coming for that. Don't come at
Nice
all."
and sweet.
I want gifts and nice things. You know,
Bring them. Yeah.
bring them,
Bring them.
bring them.
And
I
genuinely,
I actually
don't-
received
I
that. I can see.
I actually don't have an issue with that.
As
What I have an
Christian
issue
said
is that.
Sorry, go on.
Wait, can you hear me? Sorry, no, finish what you're saying. Go on. Sorry, I
Yeah,
thought.
as Christian said as well, I'm Nigerian. Like, I genuinely enjoy, like, if I'm with someone, it's inspiration. I want to spend. Like, I genuinely think of it as like, because it's not even necessarily like, again, the money is not the important thing, but it's just like, yeah, you're out somewhere.
The experience.
I remember, like, like, it's not even about how much it is. I remember my ex-girlfriend, like a few years ago now, when we first started talking. I remember she was on holiday, and I just went to like I think H&M. We were just talking, and I was gonna get a vest, and I was like, oh, I could just buy two. And we literally, our first day was us wearing matching vests. Let's go now. That the money was but that's the kind of way.
That's
corny. It was so
adorable.
corny as well because the vest was so ugly. But like, it was just like that's the kind of way I want to be, and I don't want to have to hold that back.
That's so
if I feel
cute.
like you're gonna not be matching my energy. Like once I feel
I
like
hear that.
it's gonna not be matched, I hesitate. Once I hesitate, all that inspiration of romance is gone. And once it's gone, it can't
God.
start back up. Like it's too late. So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
general
out the
takeaway from that.
window.
But
No,
we should move on to the third one. Now, again, the third one, a lot of my female friends are saying to me, oh, I can't click the screen. Oh, no girl actually says this. I got this from a TikTok, which, can I play it? Okay, I'll play it. Let me get a bit creative on this. Sometimes TikTok
yeah, as long as it
likes to
like
punish
this feels
people.
like back chatting now. Go on.
As long as I'm not saying that I'm mad, then it's calm.
You get
No.
me?
It's a guy saying
It's so against my brand.
it's pretty sanitized.
Oh
I
gosh.
didn't
Oi,
bookmark
oi.
it.
I'm back at that.
I didn't bookmark it. Never mind. I didn't bookmark it. I can't. If I try to find it, I might find something I don't want to see, and next thing you know, they start restricting me.
Oh, this guy,
Don't worry.
man.
I'll describe it.
You get me,
I'll
like
describe it.
When we needed him most, he was unprepared.
This no, I didn't know I was gonna have to they get me for repurposing content. I didn't know I was gonna actually play it because this way you can see this one's actually a bit different in terms of the layout. It says men often say, women often say. So obviously the idea of the original thing was meant to be like someone just came in saying, what's this about? We're talking about misconceptions that we have about each other as men and women on the dating experience. That's kind of what we're talking about. If that sounds like your thing, feel free to stick around, enjoy. So this one came about because it seems a bit shoehorned in, but I came across a video of this guy saying how he went on a holiday with this girl and he spent like a bunch of money or whatever, and he was really really inspired to want to make more money because he spent on her and just treated her, make her blah blah. And again, Desila's reaction is exactly what a lot of the girls were saying. They were like, "Oh yes, this is amazing, this is great." Now, as someone who has felt that way before and know people that feel that way, I genuinely think. Now, again, we'll get into a debate about this. That a part of this, let me refine my language. A part of this is a manifestation of low self-esteem. Now, when I said that, a lot of people didn't really understand. They were like, "Nah, that makes no sense. How can you say that? That's
Nah, it does,
blah, blah blah blah." I think it does. But then the way I played it out was to then flip it and say like, so one of my female friends actually were speaking. I was like, if you had a friend and your friend said, "I'm inspired to want to be my best," or like, "I'm at my happiest," as I worded it here, when I'm looking after my man, you would think, really? It sounds good because you're happiest, but also sounds a bit like your happiness is kind of dependent on your man, which is not the healthiest thing. To me, those statements are identical. Now, a lot of people were saying, no, it's different because of giving me any sorts of reasons. But the motivation to want to make money because you want to like spend money on someone else is, to me, the junior sister of the motivation for the quote you can see right here, which basically a lot of guys say, the more money I make, the better the girl I can get. A lot of men, I think those two things to me are identical. Now, you might not, it doesn't sound like it because one is like in a relationship, you love someone, you're doing X, Y, and Z, and then the other one is like you're trying to pursue someone, etc., etc., etc. But to me, they both come from a sense of like, my esteem has to be, well, I have to esteem myself by pleasing someone else, because again, if I want to get this bad, whatever, it's a reflection of where I think I am or how I view myself. Because really and truly, it's not enough that I just achieve those things by myself. That doesn't esteem me enough. I have to have some kind of visual representation of it that's outside of me. That's people telling me, like, "Oh my God,
The only way
your
that I
girl's so
can feel
bad."
to be that guy.
Exactly. "Oh, your girl's so bad, blah blah blah." Or me telling myself that.
But that's the thing, though.
"Oh,
It's
I
a
got
status
this girl
symbol,
that's
isn't
so
it?
bad." Exactly. And so that's why I wanted to, because the first one is one that I promise you a lot of guys genuinely like think. So this is not the same format as the previous ones where we're talking about female perception of men or vice versa. This is stuff like, I'm trying to put it out there to say like a lot of men genuinely say this. Now the woman, maybe we're not getting into that one because I haven't said it properly. I haven't set it up properly, but like the idea is meant to be like, to me, those two things are identical in the sense of self-esteem. Bliss says she disagrees. Now, how are we going to do this in terms of format? If any guys on the stage, have you before or
Let the women go
told-
first.
I said the girl them go first, innit?
Really?
Yeah, let the women go first and give that
Yeah.
opinion. There's more
This
money.
line especially.
In my
There's more money
opinion,
here anyway, so
Alright.
if the
in my opinion,
before you start, I should also say again, guys, we have had, the same way, as much as we love their opinions, talking for the longest time. So if you guys want to relieve them / come and give them some emotional support, please feel free to come on and do that as well, so we can have some more dialogue.
I'm crying, not emotional support. I
emotional
said, he's working on us. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Okay. That's totally
Thank you
Grandpa.
guys so
That's
much.
too damn bad.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off. Zaina, you were saying.
Yeah, but Zaina, you were saying something, gone.
Yeah, no, I was saying like I think it's interesting how like dating is often like a status signal for both genders. Because one thing I've noticed is for men, a lot of the time the status symbol is like, oh, my girl is so bad, my girl is so attractive, etc., etc. And for women, it's like, oh, my man does so much for me. Because I think women sometimes, like even for example, recently there was a video where a woman was showing her proposal, and it was the one where like her man got like something in the sky. What was I was like drones, yeah, for
Drones,
her
yeah.
proposal. And this woman, instead of just relishing the enjoyment of her proposal, she was like, "Oh, your man never did this for you."
She's like, your man ain't never do
Your man would never do this for you. And I'm just thinking, like, I think it's a status game all around for a lot of people where, like, men are like, oh, if I can attain this woman, then it's proof of my value. And for women, it's like, oh, if I can get a man to do this for me, it proves that, like, I'm a valuable person. But I think both ways of thinking are very backwards because obviously your self-esteem should be from within.
Yeah, I think also, so this is a tangent, so God forgive me, please, host, please. But I feel like that's also why some girls, a guy, you can be dating someone that's very ambitious and has goals for themselves, and you support that person, and you see time and time again, especially in Hollywood, the moment he gets to a certain level, he just
He
starts
switches out his woman.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he now gets to date supermodels and blah 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 blah. And you, that was his rock when he had nothing. Now that he's got money, quank quank, like it's like obviously it's not everyone, but it's like it is unfortunately
It's
like
very
a trend
common,
that
like,
it is. That's what I'm
especially
saying. It's not
especially in
everyone,
the
but it's quite
entertainment industry as
common,
well. Like,
especially the entertainment industry. Like you've like it happen. It's so common in the entertainment industry, which is quite sad. And it's because of statements like that where it's like for some men, the reality, and this is why I just find it like everyone is just so funny because the girls that are the stuck up ones or like the if he's not coming correct with money, if he's not doing this, I think a lot of guys, whether they want to admit or not, you like those
that is
girls.
your,
And that's
yeah,
like when you
exactly.
God
And that's
have
the
the
thing.
forbid.
money, when
God
you have the
forbid.
money, you entertain
God
those
God
girls.
forbid.
But the girl,
forbid.
No,
God
but the girl,
forbid.
Sarah, you
but the
man are
girl
saying
that was
this.
at home waiting for you to come to the door after a long day of work to rub your feet. You know, money.
Nah,
And
but you
you
know
know,
what?
Wow.
No,
I
no.
reject it
Yeah,
from
can
my
I
no
can I,
life.
can,
man,
can,
I
can I
want to
respond?
I
tell
Can I,
y'all.
reject this from my
can I
life.
respond to that quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously there's nuance in it, yeah. And I think it's just like with the whole conversation about around how while some men wouldn't wife are 3 or 4, you know what I'm trying to say. To some levels, they do enjoy the company of a 3 or 4 or whatever. Because
To be honest, when it comes to the three
wait,
or
hold
four,
on,
sorry,
hold
sorry,
on,
sorry.
because
Yeah, but
they're not
Carlene,
on all
okay.
this. Wait, hold on. They're not on this whole fake. Like they'll just they own it in it a lot. Like especially them
Yeah.
the women in America, they own being 3 or 4. They don't care about anyone's opinion or whatever. They're very open with themselves or whatever. You know what I mean? Someone that is just standing on business, you tend to, I'm trying to say, be like, raw, you know what she's on. But I'm not gonna lie to you, certain girls, like, and the quote unquote good girls are the ones that a lot, even that's performative in some instances,
So I
and it's
agree.
not, and it's not of their own volition or
Yeah.
whatever, or from their own self esteem. Like I'd argue, a lot of certain girls they only do that, or they want to please a man because they lack self esteem. And men, a lot of men will be with those girls up until a certain point, and then they go for the girl who isn't ashamed to be themselves, whatever, or who's not just waiting on a
I
man.
think as well.
And wait, hold on, I ain't finished yet.
Gosh,
And
man.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, showing me off, man. But yeah, so a lot of times, yeah, it's not necessarily that men are wanting to, go for the women that are just on this rah stuff, but to some extent, it's about what you portray yourself, how you portray yourself, and how you're coming across, right? So if you portray yourself to be this girl that's is waiting hand on foot on your man, and you literally don't have any identity outside of your man, of course, certain men are going to be like, "Raw, it's a bit like I like it up until a certain point, and you're like, it's a bit mad." So I'm gonna go for the girl who, you know what I'm trying to say, she knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to be herself in that, and it's just about confidence, really. But that's just my take.
I think as well, like when it comes to these
No,
conversations,
that's really interesting that you said that because it's interesting how men look at it, whereas with women, like when we meet a guy or whatnot,
Yeah.
we try and do our best to kind of like help and whatnot. So it's very interesting that you said that. I'll definitely take notes.
I think though as well, like when it comes to dating, a lot of people aren't honest with themselves about what they're attracted to.
At all. Ha,
Because
Jesus.
That's
like,
what, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
because even like
yeah.
for example, with like because I think I've got like very inside knowledge to this because I'm obviously like masculine presenting, whatever, blah blah blah. But like, I think as well, like a lot of men, because what I've observed is like some of my friends who are very feminine presenting and they kind of like quote unquote good girl archetypes, they'll be in a relationship, but then what their man actually desires is like a baddie, and that's like. But because of optics, obviously he's got to be with this woman who looks all pure and this and that, and then, but what actually is like his quote unquote desire is a baddie. But I think as well, like it's also a thing where for some men they're probably like, oh,
So the man them want freaks.
can I finish, bro, please? Like,
Ooh. No, giving it back.
No, because you went on tea time, so
no, but what I'm saying
different.
is like, I think it's a thing where like for some men it's like there's the woman they can partner with who's acceptable in like their circle socially, but that might not necessarily be a woman who he's actually attracted to, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird one, definitely.
I think it's socially, but then also in
Mhm.
relation to
Yeah,
this
I
whole
think
like
that's immaturity, guys.
the more money I make thing,
Yeah,
is that like I've even heard like guy friends say in passing like I can't afford her. Like it's like I watch from a
exactly,
distance, like I
same.
can admire from a distance. But if they could afford her, they're going to her with a
Yeah, exactly,
proud
without
chest
a doubt.
out. So that's what I'm
But then
saying.
that doesn't stop them from dating in the meantime, and then also and
That's
having a placeholder. So
exactly. So the girl's the placeholder, and then when they do get this more money, that's when they go for the other girl.
the
And
true
even the
type.
fact that you're saying you can't afford her is because you know that there are certain girls they expect certain things, and you know that you can't give
Exactly.
her that. But then the girl that's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, no, it's okay, babe." You'll be okay babing with her until
Exactly.
like you're at a point where it's like, actually, yeah, I can afford this other
That's
girl's
what I'm saying.
headache.
That's super crazy because it's
So
like they'll be
Yeah,
making their little
see.
placeholder babes do
like
50-50, but then when they meet the woman they like, they're playing for everything. It's mind games.
Can I
it's
say that?
mind
Can I
games.
say at the end of the
It's
day,
called
yeah, the
it's
whole
called an upgrade, isn't it? Like,
this no,
I'm
no.
It's a
trying to
nasty
say.
way to think
I
about it.
was gonna
Just leave it
say, hold
alone.
on.
Leave
I
the
wanted
woman
to say
alone.
like this whole conversation is literally just backdoors to itself, and the two backdoors are lust and greed, and I'll say why. So when you're saying my man's got the gal, he got extra bread, and now he went for a different woman, it's kind of it's a backdoor conversation to when after a month for the money, he lost the money, she went to a richer guy. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Of
it's like
course,
it's
it goes both
almost
ways.
what do you say?
It goes both ways. Like that's why I tell women, like,
Exactly.
to be honest,
So
in my opinion, yeah, everyone should only date when they're happy with where they are financially and they're happy with how their physique looks.
it's not
'Cause
just that. I would say date within your tax bracket. And
might as well.
when I
But I'm
say
making the
date
point that
within your
like
tax bracket,
it's
I'm not
easier
saying
to it's easier to
like
pursue what you want when you're comfortable with yourself.
it's easier to pursue what you want when what you want is what you want. I don't know
Yeah,
how to explain it.
what do
Do
you
you get what
actually
I
want?
mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. What do you actually want in it? Like,
Do
not
you
what
get what I
society.
mean?
Yeah, not what the
Because
people
like
around you
some
or
people
the society.
think that they want something, but it's just a
Mm,
lustful need in
mm,
that time. Or let me flip that. Some people think that they need something, but it's a lustful want. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like
mm.
all of that. Oh, I need to make extra bread to get a badder gal. That's such a daft statement. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
where did that
because
come from?
No, but
you get
sometimes you can't
me.
afford your type.
What'd you
No, no,
say?
no, 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 it's not
Guys,
even that.
guys.
Like specifically a baddie. Remember, that's a very recent thing. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
back in the
understand what you
exactly.
mean
back in
by
the
you
day,
cannot
back in the
afford
day,
your
what you think,
type.
mama, I need the baddie. That's that baddies didn't exist. Like what we doing here, like, and this is what I'm saying in terms of like social media and like a lot of society, like because society is changing in a way where a lot of no influencers and all these things or whatever. Now people want to like average people who otherwise wouldn't have been in that sort of or privy to like the sort of Hollywood type of lifestyle and all these things or whatever. Now people are trying to emulate that when realistically you're not like back in the day it was just the next door then
You get me?
the
Yeah,
next door. Do you know what
no.
I'm trying to
Jimmy
say?
B that
Type of
was the
girls
next door.
vibe or
You get
whatever.
what I mean?
Everyone,
Wait,
yeah,
guys,
like
guys, guys, sorry,
I
sorry, sorry, sorry.
Now,
I'm so
but
sorry.
can
I
I say
think
though? I was gonna ask Zaina a question. My
Go
bad,
on.
wait.
Johnny.
What? Wait.
I was gonna
John.
ask you. What do you mean by you cannot? Sometimes you cannot afford your type. If you cannot afford your type, how is that your type?
No, what I mean is like, say for example,
Mm.
your type is I don't know. Let me think about what's like one archetype:
what
slim,
a
really into
BB or baddie or
Pilates.
something.
Fam, can I finish, please?
Right, guys,
I'm
guys,
begging.
guys. I did. I don't know if you guys joined later, so maybe I should flash up a helpful reminder of my
Yes,
housekeeping rules, just in case you guys forgot. The last
thank
line is
you.
quite important, though, please. Yeah, like let's
Yep.
keep it. It's been fun so far. Let's keep it that way. Let's just
Yes,
enjoy
exactly,
ourselves, enjoy
precisely,
ourselves. Yeah, like interruptions and
Wait,
stuff
wait.
like that.
precisely.
John
Just
was
don't.
John was about to say something, and I'm very curious because
Yeah,
he's been
same.
marinating.
But I will
Yeah.
answer the
Yeah.
question
I'm actually
later.
going to try and
My
moderate this
so
one. Sorry about that.
my question to everyone is: everyone's been talking about the whole leaving the good girl to go to the baddies, but I think one thing we don't focus on is the amount of wealthy men who would say, "Oh, wealthy, well off," who have had the baddies and say, "You know what? I don't want this performative symbol of status. I want
A wife.
a woman I'll consider a good woman or a wife
Yeah.
who is not a baddie." So we don't seem to talk about that. We only ever seem to talk about the
Mm.
men who are leaving the good girls for the baddies. But then at the same time, I think there's many occasions of powerful men in positions leaving these baddies
To get
positions.
replaced.
Definitely, but because I think it's an ego
That
thing, isn't it? So it's like once you've had all the quote unquote baddies, and you're maybe at an age where, say, you don't know, let's say you're in your 40s, you're not really on the bachelor thing anymore. You think, yeah, I do actually want to be with a woman who understands me, who I can build a life with. Do you know what I mean? Because I know a man who's a lawyer. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, his type used to be bottle girls, bro, and there's nothing wrong with that. His type used to be bottle girls, but now he's like, you know what? I want to find like a nice, beautiful woman in corporate who, you
Oh
know, is intelligent. We're gonna have kids together. I'm just
uh,
talking, bro. I'm not saying he's good or bad for it,
no, I'm not
but
saying he's good or bad.
yeah.
I'm thinking like,
I
isn't
wanna
that a bit like I don't know if it's
I don't think
offensive.
there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think
Like,
offensive is the right word, but I feel like
I
there is a maybe
no
Are you gonna say
yeah.
degrading?
no,
I
no,
don't think
not
it is
not
at
not
all.
no,
Like,
no,
your
no, not
preference
not
can
not not
change.
even not even degrading. I'm thinking like a lot of the girls that are like really bad and stuff. A lot of them do also just have a lot of substance.
Diva is hilarious. Oh my
Like a lot of them do
crying.
also just have a lot of them. Even the bottle buddies, right? They might be doing that because they want to, I don't know, pay for
A
some
bottle
Holy
of bad
Ghost or
is
something.
mad.
They might
BV, say no
they
more.
might like a lot of them do have a lot of substance. So I think sometimes if you're looking at it from
Exactly.
the outside,
It's,
like
it's
outside of like you're not getting them right now and you want to get them, like I guess the advice is not like they're all like empty and they don't have you can build a
no,
future with them. You
definitely,
can build like a good life. Everyone's different.
without a doubt, without a doubt. But I think it's also a
Yeah.
thing where it's like women who are those kind of women. They're exposed to a certain lifestyle. Obviously, working in
Yeah.
nightlife, they're probably dealing with some ballers,
I
some
can save
trappers,
her.
etc.,
I can save
etc.
her, guys. I can save her.
Exactly, exactly. But then
Nice
also
one.
maybe he doesn't want to save a woman. Maybe he just wants to find a babe who
And
doesn't need to be saved in the first place.
yeah.
Can I say something?
So what you're saying
This
is,
one I'm gonna speak something.
all right, go on, go on.
And I
Oh,
think
I
that
was
when
gonna.
we talk about
Oh,
like
okay,
all
never
of
mind. Go.
when we talk about like oh sorry. Wait, you go. Yeah.
Oh, her network is slow. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, you go.
Um,
I said you go.
okay. I was gonna say right, like even with this, whole women often say this might be a tangent or whatever, but like this, I am at my happiest when I'm looking after my man. See,
I can't
I feel
relate.
like that happiness. Let's put that happiness in quotation. That I'm at happiest. I feel like the statement is not complete. I am at my happiest when I'm looking after my man that is looking after me. You
Yeah,
get me?
clock it, clock it,
Let us
clock
complete
it.
it. Do you get what I
Nah,
mean?
big you up, my bro, 100%.
It
No,
needs to be
without a
a
doubt.
complete because you're not gonna tell me that there's just bare girl out here because like there's bare women that'll be like if there's no ring on my finger I cannot cook for him, but you're at your
No, some
happiest when
women
you're
are
looking
out
after your
here
man.
and they've been boyfriend girlfriend for 10 years and they got kids together. And they got a mortgage and she's making him pack lunch every day, bro. Like there's every scenario you can think of between men and women is happening. But I think in general, yeah, women are probably happier, quote unquote, taking care of someone who's already taking care of them. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. That's it.
Makes
There, the
sense. Makes
statement
sense.
needs
Well,
to
but me
be
personally,
fulfilled.
I can't cook.
That is pretty much
So
the thing.
let's
Like,
go
let's
back.
be
let's go
real.
back to
Because what?
Sorry,
All right,
did
go
I cut
on.
you off? I was going to say let's go back to what Data was going to say because I have a
No, I
couple of
mean, if you
questions.
want to move on, you can move on.
Yeah, Data, what are you
If
going
you
to
want
say
to move
something
on, I can move on.
before I wrap up?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say that. I was gonna say that pretty much is the thing.
This
Because
is what
what
I was gonna
happens?
say something as well.
What
innit?
happens? What happens is when women aren't in a happy situation,
Mm-hmm.
they complain about it, and this is
Of
what
course.
happens. Like, so realistically, like it's only really one way when the man's actually looking after them. Otherwise, women do complain and they want things to change. It's
Yeah.
that simple.
Yeah,
I was gonna like piggyback off the previous conversation when the host said ball girls can have substance. I was gonna say
yeah,
that like
definitely.
when we do talk about like a guy going from a certain type of woman that might be a bit more docile to a different woman that like would require more energy or money from him. I don't think it's necessarily even like restricted to people in like entertainment or nightlife. I think that there are women that like they just are from a different world when it
Exactly. I
comes to the
agree with
way that
that.
they view money. So it's like the way that they even upkeep themselves or the way that they behave. Any guy
Mm-hmm.
entering their life would know like this is just what she's used to. Like it's not because she's used to rappers and blah 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 blah. It's just because that's just that's just like her world. So it's
Exactly.
like, and then in regards to the lawyer guy, and then like, I think what also John was saying about like men in high places, statistically, if a man has a good spouse, he's going to be more successful, like just
Exactly.
period. Especially when it comes to these like I'm in tech, like especially when it comes to these corporate spaces or business, a lot of men, their wife is nobody to be played with. Like she's a very serious somebody as well. And like a lot of the time, like she's like, you know, those quotes when it's like behind every strong man is an even stronger woman. Like it's like a lot of women are very, very good, but it depends on the man to say, I'm ready for this type of one accountability. Because a lot of women that are powerhouses like that, they're not
They're
easy.
checking
They're
you.
not, yeah, it's not even just easy to be with them because they're not gonna like, if you're being lazy, they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Like it's like
Yeah, like what one?
what's like they make you need, they require more from you so that you can be your best. Like they will push you to a certain level. And a lot of guys know that if they are to be with somebody like that, they have to leave their comfort zone. And for some guys that's too much. So they would rather go to somebody that doesn't push them.
Can I
But as
add
a
on?
man,
Well, we're
statistically,
done. Like when you're done, I want to
as
add
a
a
man,
bit.
if you yeah, as a man, statistically, if you go to a woman that is also like very intelligent or within your tax bracket, higher in business, whatever the heck she is, like she can make you a better person. But for some people,
But growth is
that's just not what
uncomfortable.
they want.
Yeah,
And
and growth
growth
is
is
growth is
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable because
Yes,
I
it's
think as well, like
uncomfortable.
I think as well, if you're in a relationship with someone who's also like in a similar career to you, like let's say you're in tech, you're like a software engineer, you're now dating someone who's also a software engineer, this person is going to G check you way more than someone who isn't necessarily in the same industry as you.
Babe, it's
Like,
like trying to stunt. Like it's like it's easy to stunt when you're doing your GCSEs to some no when you're like at university to somebody that's doing their GCSEs because you're miles ahead. But somebody that already has their doctorate, that's already a high
yeah,
executive,
exactly.
etc. You're a uni student. Like it's like
Yeah.
so it's like if that person is your person though, they want to pull you up to that level. So it's like
Do you
even
know
the
what the
whole
thing is
like
as well though that we've got to be
yeah.
mindful of? I think in romantic relationships, like the issue of like pushing someone to be better, there's a fine line between pushing someone and then like like there's a fine line between encouraging someone and then pushing someone too hard as well. Because I think sometimes what it can feel like when you're in a relation in that kind of relationship is like you're being overcorrected, and that's not a pleasant thing to deal with. Do you know what I
Correct.
mean?
I was
And
gonna
some maybe
say
some
as
guys
well.
they're like, I
Oh,
don't
go
want
on,
to deal
go
with
on.
that point blank. You know?
I was gonna add as well to like what this I was saying. So like I was gonna say, and there's also the dynamic where the person that is also at a place needs to big up the person that is not there yet. So that person, when they get there, they can now help you go further. And I'll
Yeah.
say an example would be like in my family dynamic, right? At the time when, you know, my parents got together, whatever, mum's was like a uni student, whatever, do you get me? My dad was working already. Time went on, they got married, moved, had their own yard and that. My mum was like, you know what, I want to start a business. Do you get me? My dad's like, you know what, bet. Allowed her to start the business now. At that time, my dad was still working 9 to 5. My mum was the business owner. A couple years after, my mum and I think they had a conversation, and now my dad owns businesses.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Do you get
What's
like
the age gap between your parents, if you don't mind me asking?
embarrass me, dog? Wait, I'd say it's between 6, 7 years. They're about.
Oh, that's
Oh, okay.
calm.
Depending on when they met.
Wait,
Who's older? Sorry.
The
Oh,
dad,
come on, man.
obviously.
My dad obviously in it.
Nah, just making sure.
Imagine.
not mummy being on cougar mode.
Nah, come on, man. That is kind of mad. Like, what?
Wait, but
Imagine my mom.
It's calm,
wait,
though.
but what's the problem with that?
It's
If
calm. It's
we can
calm.
accept that
There's
the
nothing
dad's
wrong with
older,
that.
why can't we accept?
No,
the
I'm
mum
not saying
older?
there's a problem with it, but like I made a
No, I
statement.
think he was talking to me. I think he
said,
was talking to me.
I was talking to my man there.
No, because I was going to ask the question, so obviously, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. There's no issue with it, man. I can't lie.
Yeah. But like what we're trying to say at the end of the day, right, is like we also like need to, what's the word? Normalize helping your partners help you. Do you get me? Like you have to help someone help you. Not just
100%. But
having them
I think as well though, like we're all adults, no? So I think sometimes, like for me personally, I don't like being with someone who quote unquote pushes me because I push myself enough as is.
right.
So I don't need further encouragement. Like I've run like 2 half marathons already before like what?
I don't think that was a part of what you said though. I think he was talking about just reciprocating energy. That's it. Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I agree with you.
And in whatever your partner's doing, just to be supportive, like it's just that's it. Like I can't
Yeah,
like
but pushing someone is different
there's some
than
people that have
supportive.
no interest in what their partners are doing. I'll be real. So
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
a big problem. Like you have to aspire to help your partner come what may.
Defo.
You have to, because like the major reason why my mom decided to start her business was because she wanted to have business intel. She wanted to get the knowledge. Yeah. So now if she wanted to push my dad to start a business, she knows what she's talking about. No, she's not just talking off the top of her head like, oh, we'll just start a business and do this. Do that.
Yeah.
Get me? She ran her business for like 5 years, 6 years. Told my dad, you know what? Look, this is what you like to do. Let's get into it. Do you get
Exactly.
me?
Yeah.
That's healthy
And even like when we say,
Unfortunately.
oh,
Sorry, go on,
What'd you
make
say?
your point. We have to wrap up this topic. But yeah, sorry, Diesel, I cut you off. You can make your point, and then we'll move on from this.
I'll wrap up. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm gonna say I'm following the
Just like
host
go
here, but
on.
I'm dropping.
Yeah, because what I was saying about like pushing is like, for example, if I'm dating somebody that's similar to me, in passing, we're having, your face on your conversation of like, oh, a brand reached out, or like, oh, a client did that. I'm bad with messages. It's something I'm trying to get better at, but I can be very bad with messages. But it could be like the next day, he's like, babe, what did this so and so say? If I say I haven't replied, he'll be like, why haven't you replied though? Like, it's like, that, like, it's like he knows when I self sabotage. So it's like, he'll be like, you need to get that email out, and vice versa with him. It's like, if you said you wanted to do XYZ, why have I opened my Snapchat and I can see that you're at a club? Like, it's like I thought that you were trying to like. So it's like I'm G checking you too, where it's like, okay, cool, your friends said let's go here, but it's like I know you want more for yourself. So what are you
sending
doing?
emails
And
and you're
it's
just
not
out here clubbing. That's so funny.
exactly. So it's not even like a way where it's like pushing you in a mean way, but it's like when I know that you want to be this person and I'm your person, we're gonna help each other get there because it's within your reach. But some people, they just need that. It's like accountability partners, like with gym or
Yeah,
something.
defo. Like, especially if you're
It's kind of like,
neurodiverse, like sometimes you just need a little push. You know what I mean?
Man,
yeah,
neurodivergence is
yeah.
such an issue, Why?
Issue. I think
Uh,
it's a normal human variation, bro.
I'm saying for me personally, like my one is a bit.
Yeah, because I got the
All right,
Autism Pro
Yoy.
Max.
Oh,
guys. On that,
do you say Pro Max?
Pro Max.
Autism Pro Max, bro.
we're gonna move on,
Fair.
guys. On that note, really
Okay.
appreciate all the input. I think the consensus, if you're someone, guy or girl, I mean, I guess I've written the guy one like the better I can get, but I guess maybe there's some women out there who genuinely also think like there's some value in like the guys that have the money and stuff. I'm sure there is somewhat, but it's so
Mhm.
fake. Yeah, it's a fake idea. Yeah, the woman you can get
I
with
mean, I
maybe
mean,
2 months
our
and she wasting
values.
on it. Sorry.
No, I was going to say our value is intrinsic. I don't think that we need to perform to quote unquote have value. You know what I mean?
Bam.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
it.
all it's all
Yeah,
it's,
that's why I feel like the best way to date is just being yourself. Like,
so you do have to move on. Sorry, one second. It's all made up, right? So let's not fall
mhm.
into the trap of, well, try not to anyway. Sometimes there are some bad women out there. I'll be real. I understand. But remember, it's all fake. Once you have them, you realize that not that they're not substance, they are, but like there's no real intrinsic value in like because they're bad. If you're thinking that, you feel that, you need to work on yourself. And I'm not even saying that pejoratively. That genuinely speaks
No,
to
I hear it.
not getting your internal. Oh, sorry. So something about your internal wiring is not being met, which is why you're looking to seek it elsewhere.
Yeah, like external
John's gonna
validation.
drop off. Can you help me? Can everyone help me say a big thank you to John, please? He's gonna drop off now for being really
Thank you,
helpful.
John.
Appreciate everyone. It's been a great chat, but I gotta go.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Bye,
See you
Desla.
later.
Bye, everyone.
All right. So
Bye.
now we're approaching the coup de grace of our conversation. The reason why this whole conversation is happening right now. I played the video at the start, which is the physical relationship. So we talked about initiation, rejection. We talked about dating norms, setting the standard of who's been paying and spending money, all that kind of stuff. Now we're getting to the meat of it, and that is like the male perspective. Again, if now we have 40 some people in here, so I'm gonna play the video again, which is what inspired this entire conversation we're having right now. And when I play the video, I guess I'll get more into it. Let me play the video. So this one I actually have bookmarked, so I can actually just play it. Let me put the right speaker on. Un momento. You can't hear the audio? Oh, I think you guys can't hear. I think the audience can sometimes. I think that's what happened last time. Can you hear in the audience? You can't hear anything. Oh, my bad. Alright, let's try that again. Take two. Mute myself.
Or just open the video on your phone and play it from there. Do you get me? Like,
It's fine. I'll just say what it says. Can you guys hear me?
go on.
Yep, I can hear you. It's
Yeah, it's
crackling a
fine.
bit though.
It's cracking. I'll
Giving
just voice
glitch.
it. I'll
Yes,
just voice it.
glitching.
I'm glitching. Oh, sorry. My bad. I'll just voice it.
Okay, you're good
Essentially,
now. You're good now. You're good
you're
now.
good. Sounds good. Essentially, this girl was talking about how if she was a guy, she'd, you know, see. Let's just say you know what I mean. See loads of people. Gotta be careful about TikTok. And it got me thinking
Yeah.
about how, you know, her understanding of the male experience is like men like to, you know, be promiscuous and they really
Yeah.
enjoy and love that. So if I was a guy, I'd be, oh, this is gonna go as well. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate your help and support on this. Everyone, hope you say thank you to her. See you later.
Bye.
Speak to you later. Bye. She's done really well.
Bye.
Big shift. And so that got me thinking about like that's how she views the male perspective. Which like guys do that, they enjoy doing that. If I was a guy, I'd do that too. But obviously, as a girl, she can just sleep with loads of different guys if she wants. But she somehow thinks fundamentally it's not the same as like when guys do it. Like it feels differently.
There's more stigma
And
attached as a
well,
woman.
and many other things, obviously, right? So that was what was missing is like, how do you perceive those different experiences? And so these comments right here, this is we're back to the traditional format of like the way girls see women and the way or girls see boys, girls see not boys, girls see guys see girls, and the way girls see guys. So the guy perspective of women, generally speaking, again, would be like something like it seems to mean more to them. You know, there's an emotional attachment to it. Whereas based on that video and the general consensus is like girls see like men can basically do whatever and just, you know, they don't really care. So what I want is a situation where I want the guys to kind of help the ladies fill in the gap. You know, what is missing from this insight right here? Like if a girl is saying this or she's thinking about this, you can maybe talk about like your personal experience of how do you perceive that kind of physical relationship? Is it something that you know, again, don't feel that strong of an emotion towards, or you know, on the other side, you're actually quite sensitive about it, and you kind of not in a negative way, obviously, but like it's something that has a lot of emotional, etc., for you, because obviously the perception right now is like generally guys don't seem to attach any kind of emotional seriousness to it. So, which guy wants to start us off? Frizz, do you want to start
I was
us
gonna
off?
say,
Okay.
sure. Okay, I was gonna say, right. Well, obviously not all the guys, but like a bunch of guys don't see, you know, cheating, yeah, as an intimate act.
Yeah.
Hence why they can just do it and just get it going. Like they just see it as just busting it out and just calling it a day. Do you get me? Whereas on the flip side of it, like there's loads of women that be like, yeah, man, if there's no lovey dovey attached to it, like they can't do it. Hence making it a more intimate act for them. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why the whole attachment starts to form because of the intimacy attached to it.
Right.
Do you
So,
get what I
sorry.
mean?
So 1 second. I think you might have misunderstood what I'm going for here. You know, I don't want you to just say to me like the perspective which is already outlined. I want you to get me behind the male perspective. It's like, yes, you've spoken to guys. You don't. It's all right. We don't have to. You can say it's not you. It's fine.
But why would you need to ask another male for his perspective when you are a male yourself? Like I'm pretty sure you have the answers yourself,
It's not for
right?
me.
There's different perspectives
And his experience is different from everyone.
No, but
also it's not.
that's
Also,
what I'm saying.
I think
But it's like
I think
the
you've
reality
misunderstood.
is.
I think you've misunderstood the format. Sorry, you just coming in. The idea is not meant to be like. If I was speaking to my friends, I wouldn't be doing a live stream, right? Would I? Yeah. It's meant to be like the guys are explaining to women what goes on behind us. So maybe I should start. Okay, maybe I should start. I'll go first, right? If a girl says to me, or a girl feels like, from her perspective, men are able to like, you know, sleep with anyone and move on like nothing happened. I can tell you, for example, like as a guy, as you start to, you know, go through puberty and have all these emotions, I want to do these things. The biggest, maybe the first thing you start to think about is the sense of achievement attached to it. The emotional side of it is very, very minor because it seems like something that like, you know, all the cool guys seem to do. And it's like, you know, let's say if scientifically or whatever you want to say, you have this irrepressible urge to want to do this, but it doesn't come from a place of like, oh, I need some emotion attached. It comes very physical. And then as you start to do it, let's say, you know, one person and then another person, there is a massive reward element where I'll probably confidently say guys that have the most, romantic partners, let's call them that, a lot of them, if you poll them, the physical reward of how good it feels is probably a very small element of why they actually do it.
I think it's an ego thing.
I don't think it's a reward. It's an ego thing. Yeah,
exactly. The real reward being played out is like your ability to feed your ego of like, I can get X, get that girl. So that's kind of, and for a lot of men, it's not like, I think when the conversation I've seen online is kind of like women seem to dunk on us and say like, basically it's like, it's a commentary on how weak we are, as though like, you guys are just lustful and you guys can't, it's pathetic. But I always say like, if you guys were like us, you'd be doing the same thing. It's not because you guys are like more emotionally mature than us. Like, by definition, it is like, a sign of emotional maturity, the fact that you don't think of it the way we do. But a lot of those guys just can't help it. Like, it's not like a thing that you can control, not control. A lot of the time it's just like, I mean, the reward element, the ego, you can try and tamp down.
No, you can control it. You can
control. I think a lot of it is socialization, though, isn't it? Because like men are socialized.
Men put themselves around these other men, especially.
It's a performance thing a lot of the time. Yeah. It's like, I get so
you
many.
Guys like to impress you guys like to impress each other, not us. Women, and that's where the problem is. It's an ego thing.
And I think as well, men and women approach intimacy very differently because, like we've been discussing, a lot of men view it as like a conquest thing. It's like, oh, I did this with this woman, I did this with that woman, rare tear tear. Whereas women see it as more of like an intimate, mutual exchange. And I think that's where the disconnect is. And then also the stigma attached to it as well. Really. The stigma attached to it as well. Because I know women personally who are like, oh yeah, I'm fine with casual relationships with men, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But because of like the stigma attached to it, even though they would be fine with that context, they know that if they were to engage with that context, there would be like repercussions for it socially. You know what I mean?
There's different boundaries set and standards set. It's just like double standards. Like I feel like men get away with more than what women do because when we reach a certain age, right, and even when we're trained in our houses, right, by our parents, we're trained into becoming like wives and or whatever is like we're meant for. Men aren't trained. You guys are just trained to be financial providers, and as long as you feel like you're financially providing, you don't feel like you need to provide elsewhere. That we need emotional support. We need spiritual support as well.
And the thing is as well with like stuff like purity culture, whatever, it primarily affects women. Do you know what I mean? Like
it does. It's
women. It's only women.
But this is the problem. Is that there's people creating panels like this, and they want to talk about women when you're not women. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like, if you really, really want to know, you would go to a panel and sit with women who are genuinely talking about this topic of conversation.
Wait,
right?
Are you talking to me?
And you would listen to them. No, I'm just speaking in general. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because like we live in an age right now where people don't. Like they still think that the internet don't exist. Like you can go and do your own research, right? Because I feel like these sort of topics, I'm not gonna lie, they cause more division than there already is, right?
I think it's just regurgitating the same thing over and over again a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, but it's just like another way.
Can I just say something, guys? Wait. You guys are talking very, very fast. It's meant to be the opposites of that. So again, when you asked me earlier, T, about why would I ask another guy's perspective? Well, you guys are women. I want you guys to be. I mean, again, I can moderate if you guys like, but like the idea is meant to be like you show a curiosity about that male perspective to know what more. Because right now, so far, I'll be honest, I'm not really loving this because I'm hearing a lot of general talk. Men are socialized to be providers, and women are socialized.
It's not general talk. We are telling you the truth. It is genuinely the truth.
This is our personal experience, though.
This is our personal experience. You keep belittling that, and then like bringing the next topic in, and that's what we're trying to tell you is that this is the problem. So if you guys don't want to listen to the problem, how you guys?
What's the problem?
Men.
That's fun.
No, that's hilarious, man.
you guys are losing me a little bit. I'll be
Nah,
honest.
but I think
No, we're not. No,
it's
you
more so.
want us to understand something that we already understand, but we're not. You want to listen. This is how a conversation works. Yeah, you got to meet us halfway first. Yeah.
Because we're explaining what our experience is
Yeah, and you
in
keep saying, "Oh
purity
no, that's
culture.
not what I'm asking." But we've answered the question, and you keep saying.
Yeah, okay. Maybe
Because
it's
the thing
not.
is,
Maybe
do
it's
you know
not
what it is?
me.
And that is the problem. And that is the problem with men is that they don't have. You see, this very thing that's going on right now is that you guys don't have the emotion. Some of you guys, not all, don't have the emotional intelligence to be
Oh
dating or
God.
even
That,
to be in
I think as
relationship.
well, it's also a thing where like
Oh,
I think a lot of the time, what is it? I don't think we facilitate honest dialogue around these things, and this goes for both genders as well. That is something that I can say is definitely true. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying
what?
culturally.
What?
Culturally, that's what I'm talking about. Like we don't have honest dialogue about
You guys are
these kind of
confusing
things.
me. I literally hosted. I'm hosting it again. Sorry. Now I'm getting a bit hot.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
I'm,
outside of this. I'm
I'm,
saying outside of this. That's what I mean.
yeah, but I mean, the
That's what
whole
I mean.
point of it is like start getting honest. Then like start telling us. Like you're saying, people don't do it.
Yeah, and
People
I'm
don't do
being
it. You're
honest.
here.
Like,
Like say something. Like, I'm listening. We're listening. Like we want to hear you.
yeah, I'm being honest. I'm saying the way that what is it, men and women view intimacy is often different because of the way we're socialized. Like, obviously, yeah, there are men in the world who are like, okay, yeah, women can have casual intimacy, whatever, and it's fine. But I
Right.
think a lot of the time, what is it? I'm not going to say all men because that's not the case, but a lot of men are raised with this idea that, like, obviously, a woman's value lies in being quote unquote pure. In
Having
that
children, just things like that that are so like disrespectful to the
outdated as well, man. Like,
body.
it's 2025, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Zena. Zena, if you don't mind, can I ask you a bunch of questions, please? I'm gonna turn the format around a little bit.
Yes.
I think the
Cool.
past few, maybe the three that we've done so far, we've done like a kind of I don't know. Everyone's just talking freely and stuff like that. But that's
No, we're
not
just talking
that's
to you about our experiences.
what's the difference between that and what I said? Why are you being so antagonistic for no reason for? I don't understand.
It's not like I'm not being antagonistic. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry,
This
I'm
is
not
killing
gonna
me,
lie.
fam.
That was a bit irritating. Like there was,
Yeah,
I'm not
can
really
you
sure
ask
where your energy was coming from. Like I'm just,
Claire?
I said something. You said it in like a different way to what I said, and you're just getting mad for no reason. Like semantic differences. What was that about? Like, bruh, just relax, man. Like again, now I'm
Yeah,
getting a
you
bit
said
frustrated. Like, we've been
you had to
talking
ask
for
me
almost
something.
3 hours. Conversation's going good and
Don't
smooth.
crash out, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Let me know. Let me just let me relax.
Don't crash
Let
out,
me
bro.
breathe.
Don't crash out.
Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe.
Yeah. Breathe
Yo,
in, breathe in, breathe in. You know
yo,
what?
you know,
Music break, music break.
what I wanted to say with this quote from the male perspective is interesting because we have the societal engineering from previous generations, from entertainers to all this stuff. But it's funny because once a lot of these men have daughters, that perspective changes quickly because it might because I was thinking about this recently. I think for a lot of this society that we live in, we're all co-creators of the same societal issues, and we're all blaming each other for issues that we all are appropriating on causing. So yeah, I think it's just interesting for me.
Yeah, because I think like was it religious women definitely perpetuate purity culture.
Because I was speaking to my boys. It's like, oh, you saying like, oh, I want a girl that's pure. I'm like, bro, you're not finding a pure girl. One, and you need women. You need women to sleep around with.
Yeah.
Yet you want a girl that's not slept around with, but you're not doing the same thing.
All right, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of it
I've
is
calmed down now.
hypocrisy.
I'm gonna
Hey.
That water did wonders, isn't it?
I'm crying.
I'm gonna change the format a little bit because
Yeah, go on.
the level of depth I'm looking for, we're not quite there right now. So I'm gonna ask some questions, and I'm probably gonna do this like an interview style stuff.
Yes.
Like rapid fire, like.
No, not rapid fire. I'm trying to almost
I
get
think I'm
like,
about to get in live.
sorry.
I said I think I'm about to get interviewed, lads.
I'm trying to.
Let me grab my seat on my tie and that. You get me?
I got the popcorn.
Like this specific topic at least is meant to be psychoanalytical
It's very polarizing
in its
as well.
intent. So the idea is meant to be like, again, I know like there's different experiences, which is why I was saying for the past 3 hours, like, you know, as much as anyone wants to come on and share experiences, please come and do that. But ultimately, just the people on the stage, a couple of things about like when I ask the questions, I don't want you to talk about other people. Like the society says, I want you to talk about you, like you specifically. Yes, we know like you don't speak for every literal man out there. You don't have to put that qualifier. Like that's obvious. But I want to ask you questions. Tell me about you. Like what do you say? Like what do you feel? Yeah. Don't tell me about like, you know, general this, general that. Yeah. So if I get specific and say, like, I'll start with you then, Zainab. So the male perspective is that sex seems to mean more to women. Okay, I guess if we start with that question, would you say sex is quite an emotional thing for you? I don't know, just put a scale and say whatever. Would you? Is that,
to be honest,
it's
I think it's definitely very contextual for me personally, because I'm someone who's obviously like, I don't know, maybe it's different because I'm bi, but like I think it actually kind of depends on gender, because like with women I'm much more intentional when it comes to like romantic relationships.
Right.
But I think with men, I think it's easier to be more throwaway about like physical intimacy.
Really?
Only because I think can I finish, please? Only because I think men that I've dealt with themselves are very casual about it. Not all men, but men that I've dealt with have tended to be casual about it. So it's been okay to sort of enter that arena with them more quickly than women that I've been with, if that makes sense.
Also, would you say because you date? Was there going? I cut you off. Finish on.
No, sorry, continue.
I was going to say, so because you date women and men, right? And you talked about how when you're with a woman kind of thing, you already it's more emotional in that way. Is that because they're women? As in, like, would you say you're more? What's the phrase I'm looking for? Would you say you're basically less emotional for you because there's the men aspect which you're less emotional about, and then the women aspect which you're more emotional about? So
that's what I would agree with. Like, because I'd say I've been more emotionally connected with women that I've dated than men that I've dated. So it's the thing where, like, with women, for example, to be honest, like, I'm the type of person, I would never sexualize anyone unless they already expressed to me that they were attracted to me, because I feel like doing that is weird, isn't it? I personally find that a bit weird, right? I consider that very inappropriate, because I don't enjoy being sexualized prematurely. I think it's very gross. But, like, I think with women, like, I'm more, like, affectionate, I'm probably a bit nicer, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that's not to say I'm unaffectionate with men.
Right.
It's just that I'd say usually when I encounter women, they want something serious, but when I encounter men, they want something more casual.
Interesting. So if you were only dating men, would that first statement apply more to you as well then? Like, you just kind of, no, the second statement, sorry, like, you kind of see it more like, I don't know, it's not that deep, basically.
I think because of, like, I'm trying to think of how to answer this in the way that you want, but because of how men are raised, not to go into the generalization thing again, but I do think most of the men who I know personally, they're much more comfortable with doing something casually that's physical. Whereas with women, I think it's the thing where, like, specifically in like hetero context as well, when it comes to women being intimate with men, there's also like a safety element as well, I think.
Right.
Because they're like, because, you know, like, what is it, grape, etc. obviously are things, grape essay, they are things that happen. So I think it's, for women, it's the thing where it's like, a lot of the time they're not as comfortable jumping into casual stuff because it is less safe, maybe, like, for them than like the man.
So for the women, you open to casual stuff with them, but it's just because they seem to profess a kind of interest in more substantive stuff. You then moderate, like, in an ideal world for you.
To be fair, like,
switch back and forth, etc., etc.
To be honest, like, there's this one babe who I used to deal with, and she was very much on a casual thing, and it was funny because it almost like took me aback a bit, because I told her like, oh, I want to go to pottery, and then she was like, no, we don't need to do that. I was like, damn, like, I was thinking, damn, ma, like, I actually want to hang out, like.
Right.
But yeah, like, I think there are women who are definitely open to casual, but I think it's a thing where, like, in specifically like sapphic, that means like women loving women spaces.
Right.
Like, for example, gay men, they have Grindr, right? That's like an app for casual hookups, whatever. There isn't like a sapphic equivalent of that. And I think in general, like, maybe partially because of like societal norms, etc., women are less comfortable like showing that side of themselves in a forthcoming way.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, because there's
So for you specifically, when you kind of feel, I guess it's the reason why dating with women and stuff, like, you know, it's more emotional stuff. Can you kind of, I know it's hard to do, but can you kind of get us behind the curtain of like what that feels like emotionally? Like, what's the emotional difference?
Dating women versus dating men.
Yeah, I mean, I guess given that you're...
I think with women, there's more comfortability. There's definitely more comfortability. Like, I think one thing that's very like common in like sapphic relationships is like there's a running joke in the community, and it's like, oh, you move in together on the third date, right?
Yeah.
And it's a thing where it's like I think it's a thing where like, because I think maybe you have a lot more in common because of your gender experience. Sometimes stuff does move like prematurely fast.
Right.
Because I think as well, maybe it's the type of women I date. Because like, it's really funny. I've been talking to some of my friends about this because I feel like it's like a bit unique. But like, a lot of religious women like me, which is very funny. Bro, I be turning them, man, and not on purpose. Not on purpose.
Right.
But like, I think maybe it is because I'm more like laid back, if that makes sense. Like, I'm fairly like approachable, etc. And I think like that's why maybe women feel comfortable being like, oh, this is going to be my first sapphic experience, blah blah blah, and like, you know what I mean.
So are you able to get us behind the curtain on how you think they're feeling? Because like, again, for them, you kind of mentioned about how they seem to, you know, be more emotional about it, basically, for lack of a better phrase, compared to men.
Yeah.
What do you think is kind of being like acted out there? Like, what's the kind of? I guess you're a girl, right? So maybe on some level you can, you can tell us. Do you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think to be honest, like when it comes to like quote unquote intimacy, sexuality, etc., I think women aren't necessarily like as in touch with that side of themselves as men are a lot of the time. Because I think even when it comes to like consumption of certain media, like, you know, CORN, etc.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think women really consume it as much as men. So then women don't really know like how they feel about a lot of things sexually, if that makes sense. And then that's probably maybe why they're not as forthcoming with stuff. Because I think when I've met women who are very in touch with that side of themselves, they're very forthcoming about it. And I've obviously got no issue with it because I don't shame people for what they've done in the past, whatever. But like, yeah, I think like
So if we mapped the kind of mental thing, it would be like
lack of comfort.
Lack of comfort, like, because they're not very comfortable with what they know, what they like and stuff. They tend to then prefer someone that they can explore that with in like a safe, comfortable environment. Therefore, they just wouldn't then want to do it with just anyone.
Exactly. Because I think a lot of the time it's a safety thing as well, isn't it? So it's like if a woman isn't comfortable with you, like, she's not going to be like touchy feely. Like, because like one thing that I always say that I think is rung true for me is like, when a woman likes you, she's touchy feely. When a man likes you, he isn't touchy feely. Because like I've noticed like the men who've liked me the most and been like the most quote unquote serious about me, they haven't been in a rush to get physically intimate. Whereas like women who've liked me are more forthcoming about physical intimacy.
That's a very good point.
You know what I mean?
Think about that in the context of like, again, this sounds so bad, but I'm gonna overshare a little bit. As a guy, when you're growing up and stuff, and you're watching a lot of, you know, the kind of bad content, let's just say that, you start to have a bizarre thing where you view women that you would, you know, do, I don't know, can I say sex? I don't know. I'll just say
get intimate with.
Yeah, get intimate with, and women that you like romantically, potentially, you view them as different. You know, that kind of Madonna or
that's quite unhealthy though. I think that's like the so Madonna.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Madonna something complex. Yeah, that's very unhealthy. Because I think as well, like the reason why we do that though is because we do this thing where we decouple women's sexuality from them as people. But it's like, you're a whole person who also has sexual desires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone has like sexual interests, sexual desires, whatever. And I think it's like, as a society, we need to be less like demonizing about women having those interests. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, like women still.
For you, Zoe, now when you're done speaking.
Yeah. Just to finish my point, like, bro, women do experience desire. Do you know what I mean? Like, women do want to, you know, intimate.
I think guys.
I mean, everybody wants to get jiggy in it.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone, not most people, most healthy people do enjoy sexual engagement. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but so my question, right?
Wait, sorry.
I was going to ask like a good question, banking off what you said about the attraction levels differing, or like at least physical attraction or touchy feely, like you said. So I was going to ask, like, would you say like the reason why like the guys didn't come off as heavy touchy feeling as you said is because they didn't want to come off looking like weirdos or creeps or something? Do you get me?
I think it's almost a respect thing to an extent. It's like, because I think because of the obviously Madonna complex, that I'm sure some of you guys are aware of. I think men do this thing where like they're very forthcoming about physical intimacy with women who they would never take seriously.
Right.
Whereas obviously if you don't have that complex, it's like you can engage in intimacy with a woman and then not see her as like sullied afterwards.
Yeah, because like, you're not trying to chase the woman that you actually like where you're in. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Because my thing is just like, I don't think, like me for example, I've never felt ashamed about what I'm attracted to. Like my type has been varied throughout the years. I've never felt any shame around what I'm attracted to. Even when my friends have called me, like I'm not gonna lie, my friends used to make fun of me for what my type was when I was younger, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
In essence, what I'm trying to ask.
My type of men, but yeah, like I've never felt ashamed about my type. So I think maybe because of that.
I say I like what I like.
No, in essence, what I'm trying to say is like, say for example, like if the man them were starting to move to you like the way the gal them were moving, would you have an issue with it?
I wouldn't have any issue with it, like, because I think me, for example, like, I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's because I'm a very laid back, non-judgmental person. I feel like I tend to like anyone that I deal with. I tend to be quite nice to. So then people can be like quite open with me about like a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I wouldn't have any issue with it, to be honest. I think it's just like a thing for me where it's like I don't enjoy people being like over familiar, but I think anyone can say they don't enjoy people being over familiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Now I'm going to turn it over to the guys. Thank you so much for that. That was really useful. That was very, very insightful. So the mind map thing I kind of got, which again I didn't think about in that way before, is like, if you don't explore your sexuality in the way men do, because we were watching all that bad stuff really early and stuff, it follows on that you would want to do that with someone that you're comfortable with. And so comfortability then obviously kind of follows on with like emotional connection, right? Because then you can be a bit goofy, you can be blah, blah, blah. And so then you'd want someone that you're more comfortable with, and you wouldn't just see someone one day and just be like, even though I don't have any real emotional interest in this person, let me basically, get intimate with them, because it's not comfortable enough for you to want to express yourself / do all that stuff. Exactly. Amazing. That's exactly what I'm looking to kind of get. So now I'm going to turn it over to the guys. There's two of you on here, so maybe we'll just do like I don't know. Someone can go first and someone can go second. The general consensus with us is like guys will sleep with anything. And let's be honest, for the most part, it's kind of true. Okay.
It's factual.
Women also sleep with anything. Right. Women also sleep with anything.
So let's be honest, it's kind of true. But again, what I want to get behind is like, I guess the woman will be like, how can you just do that? Like, how can you just see someone who...
It's compartmentalization, I think.
You're not really, all you see is basically like, you feel this desire and so you want to do it. And it doesn't really matter like how you feel about the person. So if I start with Chris, kind of walk us through that thought. Again, it doesn't have to be your experience. Just kind of walk us through again. We want to get into the mentality of it. Like, if the girl was to ask you specifically, I'm going to be asking you now, why is it that you're able to just do it and not feel any type of way about it, even if you're not really emotionally connected with her? And again, your specific experience, not like as men, but you specifically. Why? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, I think Chris just dropped off.
Ah, welcome him. You've got the mic. The lights are on you.
What's the question? How can I just do it? Yeah, I mean, I don't really. For me, I don't generally even think about it. I think for me, I just have a lot of.
No, I didn't. I think he just dropped me. Anyway, we'll let Kenem go first now.
I'm saying like TikTok beated me. It wasn't even you.
Fair enough. Sorry about that, bro. Just be doing strange things.
Go on, my bad.
Yeah, no, for me, I would say I just get a lot of built up like energy, and I need to release it. So that's really what it is with me.
Okay, and obviously a lot of girls will be like, oh, that's so like lost. You can't control yourself. Would you, if you would say, would you say?
No, I definitely do. I definitely.
Oh,
I definitely do control myself, okay, but I would still say I'm a hoe, but like moving forward, I'm definitely not on that anymore. I'm trying to lock in.
If you try to like explain to the girls in the audience, and obviously Zaina's on stage as well. Try to describe what that feeling is like. Because again, what they say to us, and again, it's not me saying it, what they say to us is like, oh, why can't you guys just control yourself and blah, blah, blah. Try to describe to them what that feeling is like that desire feeling.
You see what it is? It's built up testosterone, and you're just mad active. I'm mad active, so there's just times where it just builds up to a point where you just have to release. So that's really a lot of the case for me. So I have a few girls that I hit up, and they're on it, I'm on it, and it's all good.
Right.
Yeah, I think as well, like for women, they only experience like that explosive desire when they're ovulating. So like what I think like the fair equivalence is like the way we feel when we're ovulating. That's how men feel 24/7 from like a biological perspective. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I never thought about that perspective actually. Maybe like what's that thing? The period. Do you remember when girls like the period? The period. Our period is coming.
Period is
period is coming. All right. So let me
yeah, like ovulation, like women do have like that carnal desire during ovulation, like
which almost seems like irrepressible, right? All right. Okay. And
definitely, like ovulation is. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. I cut you off. I'll let you finish. Sorry. Go on.
I was gonna say like ovulation, yeah, for most women, like especially once you're like, because for me it started really hitting after I was about 24. So like, because I think with women in our mid-20s, we go to like another quote-unquote puberty.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, my desire increased significantly during like ovulation times when like I hit that age. So I think it's also like an age thing, because I think one thing that like a lot of my male friends tell me is like, 30+ women are freaky as hell, like. So I think it's like, no, it's true. Like this is what they tell me.
Okay.
And like I think it's definitely a thing where like, because I think as well post 30 is probably like you're less conscious of like how you're perceived.
Right.
Because you're an adult at that point, so it's like the whole purity culture thing. You're not really falling for it as much anymore as well.
Okay, so Kenem, as I was saying, so if you can imagine girls in the audience, that's very good. Zaina, thank you so much for bringing that analogy again. I don't know how like for like it is, but yeah, imagine like ovulation and the kind of almost abnormal desire you feel in that period. Imagine feeling that as a girl, instead of just the days you ovulate, imagine feeling that like 25, 26 days of the month.
All day, yeah.
Very hard. It's very hard to kind of turn off. Yeah, and so
definitely.
If we talk about the emotional aspects of it, then so that's that side of it. Did you ever feel that kind of Madonna type complex thing as well, where you kind of view women that you get intimate with, and the women that you like really really love? Did you ever feel that, or do you still feel that now? Anything like that?
Can you speak on that a little bit more? I'm not understanding a little bit.
So what I mean is, what I was saying.
Should I explain it?
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Yeah, so the quote-unquote Madonna complex is this idea that like the women you take seriously, you're not as like forthcoming with your desire towards them, and then the women who you do sort of have that forthcoming desire with, you basically discard them and don't see them as serious, basically.
Right.
So it's almost like this categorization based on intimacy and desire, basically.
Exactly.
Categorization and behavioral plan is what. Sorry.
Yeah. Would you say you experienced that? You have experienced that?
I mean, not too sure on that one actually. I have to think about that one.
Okay, so maybe I should word it a different way. You spoke about like the girls that like when you just feel that desire, you just have to release it, right? Are there times?
Are these women you take seriously?
Yeah, or are there times where you felt like a level of strong desire because you like someone so much, a level of strong sexual desire? Have you ever felt that?
Yeah.
Really? So talk us through what that was like. Was there a distinction? Was there a difference? Give us a bit more detail on that.
No, not really. To me, there's not much distinction between that.
Really? So you'd say like the girls that you'd see like because you were just doing it because you just figured it out, and the girls that you were doing it because you really loved them, the sensation was the same?
Yeah. For me, sex is a bit weird. But for me, they're both on the same playing field.
What do you mean by weird? We want to hear the weird. We want to hear the unique stuff.
Weird.
Give me more.
Sex with me, kind of weird.
It's a judgment.
Like I said,
I'll go back to my housekeeping.
I've been a hoe, but if you would ask me what my sexual experiences were, I could not tell you because I generally don't remember.
Really?
That's what I mean by weird. Yeah. Not that it's bad. It's always great. but I'm just saying I generally don't
Bro,
remember.
bro, bro's big enough
That's why I
himself.
say
I
it's
saw that,
weird.
by the way, bro. I know what you're doing. It's great. So it's great. If you're wondering.
What was good? I'm the common denominator.
No, yeah. No, I'm just saying it's just yeah, that's why I say it's a bit weird for me.
So when you say you don't remember, you mean like you forget?
I think what it is, I think what it is, I think I do have a better forgetfulness or some level of detachment. Or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's fine to not know. I think these things are like things that
Can I chime in on this as a woman?
you have to like ask yourself a lot of questions about, and it's not as simple, which is why again, like, hopefully, I don't know, maybe this can be the start of your journey, mate. Just thinking about like, why do I actually always forget right after? But it's kind of
can I chime in on this just as a woman
please,
quickly? Like one thing that I've noticed in like my more casual interactions with men that's really interesting is like I think a lot of men, they kind of repress their like desires around women they want to take seriously as well. So it's a thing where, like, for example, as said previously when I gave that example of that lawyer friend or that lawyer person who I know, it's a thing where like some of the stuff that he's into, he might not necessarily show like his wife, but he would readily show like a casual partner.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
No, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? Which I think is problematic because I think personally, if you're married to someone, you should be able to be completely forthcoming with all your desires if you want to be monogamous. But yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, I think for me, I initially used to think of like sex as something that was for women. So it didn't really occur to me, I'll be honest.
That's so interesting.
For a long time that like, oh, actually, you can just say what you want as well. I'm just happy to be there. I'm just happy to be there. I'm just happy to be there. Like,
I'm just happy I'm participating.
Yeah. Like, I remember my friend asked me. She was like, oh, you know, because like, let's just say there was one specific certain act which I never really got why everyone loved so much. Guys love it so much. I'm like, guys, what are you guys talking about? This thing is very mid. Like, this is nonsense. And my friend was like, why don't you just say what you want? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can just do that, I think.
Yeah,
but then it got
because that's enough
I didn't really
intimacy as
know.
well.
Like I was like, yeah, exactly. But I think there's a bizarre like almost shyness as well. I think sometimes when it comes to men where. And again, that's probably why
you don't want to look like a perv. I think. Yeah,
exactly.
Maybe it's part of it.
Like, it wasn't even that. It was more for me. It felt like I was actually asking too much. Like, just get what you're giving. Like, just take what you're giving. So
get what you're giving. Yeah, take what you can get.
Yeah, I'm like, fair enough. Whatever you want to give me, I'll take. I'll take. I don't be asking too much. And then later on, I found out that girls actually like you to just say. And I'm like, oh, who knew?
Yeah,
who knew?
I think a big part of like. Yeah, because I think a big part of like quote unquote good intimacy is actually just communication and being able to say, oh yeah, like I like it when you do this, I like it when you do that, and they're not being like ego on either side. Because I think for some people, they don't want to hear you say, oh, I like it when you do this, or I want you to do this, because they're thinking, right, who'd she learn that from? Like, who'd he learn that from? Right. But it's like, bro, let's just put our ego to the side, man. Yeah. Please.
Frisk has been waiting very patiently. I'm gonna ask you, Frisk, the same question.
Yeah.
The first question I asked. Do you remember the first question I asked was about like I forgot now. Okay, let's start with the Madonna complex thing. Let's start with that. You
were asking about, I think, the experience when you're serious versus when you're just casual.
I'm sorry, what again?
What was that, Zaina? I forgot what.
Zaina, can you
like when is there a difference basically when you're intimate with someone who you're long term with versus someone you're more casual with? Like, is there a difference? Why is there a difference? What is the difference, etc.?
So just to break it down, when you say casual, are you like talking about like one night stands, or are you?
Not maybe one night, maybe just a fling. I don't know if you might get things like that, but yeah, flings, one nights, etc.
Like friends with benefits type.
Yeah, type.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like I've only ever had one friend of benefit, and then just one. I don't really just be cheating for the fun of it.
I'm crying. This is the opposite of Cannon Boy. Cannon was down in it.
Yeah. Now my headspace is not really in there only because of like germaphobe and
same man. People are nasty.
Like, you get what I mean? So it's like the difference really would be obviously if it's a friend of benefit, there's no real commitment to it. It's like okay, cool. The only commitment we have to each other is like being exclusive, quote unquote, of a sort, like. Just don't go out there. Be
transparent, etc.
That kind of thing. But obviously, brother, with my own woman, in me, a guy now. Do you get it? Like,
Hanging off the chandeliers, fam.
do you get me? Like now, now we're not just cheating. Now we're making love. You get me? Like, it's a difference.
That's so interesting. The distinction, because I feel like maybe I'm the problem because I don't really have like I don't know like I don't really gatekeep stuff for relationships, if that makes sense. Because like that's in both dating.
I like that.
Fam, that's what I'm saying. I'm bringing my all, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like
but like there's certain
acts in general. I don't really
there's certain acts that I can't do with a friend of benefit that I would do with my woman. Do you get what I mean?
That's so interesting. Is eating box one of them?
100%, because I don't know who's
What?
No, I'd say no. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, yeah, if it's a friend of benefit, I don't know who's matching up the next man. You get me? Like, who's matching up? Bro, what if yesterday the next man don't mash up your ass, clout, and then you come to me and I'm gonna yam that? I lie that thing. Long day.
Yeah, but wait. Isn't that a bit problematic though? Because like, if your primary reason is because like someone else is basically
potentially, hypothetically,
yeah, it seems
like I said, it is more of a hygiene thing.
No.
You get me? No, I'll tell you why. The reason why. Okay, you know what? Let's flip the script. Imagine it was a gallus now. Yeah, I've gone to go be with Vanessa, and now I'm gonna go stick my willy in freaking Janaya's mouth. She's not gonna have that. Let's be real.
I mean,
she's not gonna have that.
It depends though, because
I mean, people.
You know what it is? Yeah. I think the thing is with casual situations, I like friends with benefits because they're casual, but they're somewhat long term. Do you know what I mean? It's
exactly.
It's a thing where like I feel like you have to be completely transparent with one another, because it's a thing where like, say for example, you're with one another, you're intimate, you're not using protection, etc. I think at that point you need to say you can't sleep with other people unless it's protected.
100%.
I think that's fair.
Really?
Exactly, because like with a friend of benefit, you can't. So me personally, I can't yam the box, and I'm not going without like a Johnny. Do you get me? Like,
I'm not going without. It's so flipping funny.
That's not happening. I'm sorry.
See, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you know what it is. I think some people, like when it comes to casual, they gatekeep a lot of stuff, and I do get why they gatekeep it, because it's like, yeah, like you can't give everyone your best.
You get me?
Really?
But then I think as well, it depends on the reasons why you have
about to get you, bro.
What did I do now?
I'm gonna have to remove you, mate. Come back on. Come back. Be careful.
Drop me out. I'll come back up.
This is even straying a bit farther from what I had in mind, because I was gonna delve into the emotional aspects, but you guys are a bit too horned out for me, man. What the hell? It's alright.
No, I was talking about the concept of gatekeeping stuff, innit?
Oh my days, a man can't talk like that. Oh, hey.
TikTok does not want you to be saying all these things. Anyways, I do have an insightful question to ask off the back of that, which is like,
go on.
About it in a gatekeeping way, is that you mentioned before about, you guys both mentioned about the hygiene and stuff. Is that purely that, or is there an emotional element to that?
I don't think it's an emotional element, but
I think it's a respect thing.
The respect thing I kind of hear, but the thing is, I think like for me, if I were to be in a quote unquote FWB situation, it would be with someone who's actually my homeboy. Like,
fair.
Yeah, like, cause like, bro, I think like if you're just hooking up, that's just a fling. But if you're genuinely friends, that's when it's friends with benefits. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So like for me, like it's like a respect / self-protection thing.
Yeah, because it's like, come on, man. Like, I'm actually a homegirl, bro. Yeah.
Hygiene is not an emotional something now. It's for me to be alive.
I'm genuinely asking, because obviously if you mentioned then like again, the original.
Yeah, no, okay. So I'm saying no, because
I like it can veer into emotional dependent, because I think like I was talking to someone I was casual with once,
right?
And then they were like, oh, like I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't rock with you the same if you slept with someone else. I'm thinking, damn, you're strict, man. I'm kidding. But
no, it's facts, because like, I mean, let me say it in pidgin. Imagine say I deal with Shima. Then she can't go carry something where I know Fiki or can't give me. What am I not supposed to do about that?
Fez.
Okay, so
do you get what I mean?
Okay. But so it seems like your primary concern again is not really emotion, which I guess you're just different.
I'm concerned about health. I'm trying to stay alive.
Health and respect.
I'm trying to stay alive. You get me? Like, cool.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man. Like, me, for example, like.
Calling someone said, if it's not just someone that you don't see a future, you're calling all of the levels? Is that a question? I think that's a question.
Wait, what? If it's just someone that you don't see a future, you're calling. I don't think that's a lie.
I think for me,
that's kind of over my head now.
You know what my problem is? I think I'm one of these people. Like, I'm so pro not dating for marriage. Like, I think it's okay to date to knack. Like, I actually think it's okay.
Alright, guys.
No, I hear it.
fair enough.
Yeah, man.
This hasn't.
I hear it.
This hasn't gone in the way I thought it would. But
I'm so sorry, guys.
No,
Now,
it's,
you know
it's,
what?
it's,
Now,
not, it's not
what?
faulty.
You know
It's
what?
not faulty. That's not. I don't think that's anyone's fault. I think it's just like everyone has.
Yeah, you were going to ask me
different
questions, innit? Go on.
different individual experiences about these things.
Yeah, 100%.
And like trying to like gauge again your level of what's what I'm looking for, like how much it impacts your emotions. Basically, is what I was trying to centrally get at. Like I wanted to kind of
Okay, so I want to talk about the emotional part in it.
yeah, like to get behind the curtain of like okay, for example, if you mentioned before generally that you don't really do casual stuff, that much. I guess,
Yeah, I don't, and the reason I don't do casual stuff is because of the emotional part. If we're being real, so personally, like I said, I've only had one friend of benefit, and I get happen again. You get me? Right. But at the time when I did have that friend, hey, TikTok, please, I love TikTok shop. At the time when I had that, yeah, it went on for a time. It was like 8-9 months. You can't tell me feelings are not gonna get involved now.
It depends on the people involved. I think, like for me, for example,
mind you, it was just me and her. Like, she wasn't seeing nobody else. It was just me and her, and like we're going out as well. So it was starting to feel like a relationship.
Blurred lines.
Less, do you get me? Like the lines are getting proper blurred out.
You know what my problem is though? I think I might be avoidant because my thing is like I think it's totally cool to hang out, be intimate, and then not put a label on it.
100%. I don't like labels anyways.
I think that's calm. Yeah, but that's because me. I'm the kind of.
Oh.
But the thing is though, I think. But for me,
a lot of them don't.
But you know what it is though? It's for me. It's a thing where it's like I'm not at a point in my life where I want to settle down. Like when I think about like my quote unquote life plan, I want to meet the person I'm going to marry at like what 28. Probably get engaged, get married at 32, have a baby at 33. Like that is my timeline. So for now, it's like I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know though, because I think as well, like
growing up, I feel like when girls would say like, "Oh, I'm not really looking for anything serious," it used to sound like very powerful. Like it sounded like they had their life figured out. The way you kind of mentioned, I want to get married at this age, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But when a guy says, it sounds like, oh, typical. Like you're never.
I think it's because as well though. I think it's because there's a level of intentionality. Like me, for example, even though I'm unserious, I wouldn't deal with someone I don't respect. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like even though I'm unserious, like the only people I deal with are people I'm deeply attracted to, who I do like as people. Like I don't have feelings for you, but I can appreciate like you've got good character. Obviously, I find you attractive, etc., etc.
Also, can I say as well? Yeah. Sorry to cut you off if you were gonna say something else. With that, my FWB at the time, right? So when the emotion started to, come true for her, she started to act like a girlfriend now towards me. Evoking my boyfriend act back to her.
But it's interesting to see that because a lot of guys usually say like they just kind of like push that away. So you saying that you started to just act.
No.
No,
the thing is like I'm the kind of person that I return energies. I don't do.
I'm very reciprocal.
Do you get me? So it's like the moment she stepped into a different role, I can only see that role, and the only thing I can respond with is the exact replica to that role. Do you get me? And that's kind of like where the lines got blurred, obviously. And then we had to call it quits after like 11 months. It was kind of mad.
That's a long time.
But thank God for like 11 months is peak. Yeah.
So you're the reason why we have all these situations everyone's complaining about.
We found now.
Guys, we found him. Get this guy right here. This
guy right here. That's the culprit.
Yeah.
We got hilarious, gang. Nah, 11 months is long. Though.
We got it.
You know what the problem is though? Like, is it bad?
That's such a classic meme. I can't lie.
I feel like placeholder relationships are okay.
What did you say?
I feel like low-key placeholder relationships are okay. I'm not a big hater of them. As long as we're transparent.
You know what? Yeah, on that, I actually kind of was like a placeholder relationship for her because.
Real man, she's so real for that.
Because like 4 months after that, she got into like a 1-year relationship with some other guy.
Yes.
Do you get me? So it was like, why could it not move into a relationship? Because like realistically speaking, I don't think we were on that wavelength to begin with. We just saw each other and something was rising in our body and we decided to touch each other.
I hear it. But you know what I do appreciate? I do appreciate the fling to marriage pipeline when it does happen. Even though it's rare. I do appreciate
very rare. Very risky as well,
I think it's pretty cute. But you know what, that's more of a white people thing.
Is it though?
thought
Yeah,
he kicked
man.
you out.
Why?
He went mute. I thought he kicked you out for saying that.
No.
All right,
No,
we
I was
have
gonna say
come up
like,
to 3 hours 30, so we're gonna wrap up pretty soon. But yeah, go on. I'll cut you off.
you know, I was gonna say like, I've noticed like with white people, they definitely more like come the fling to marriage pipeline.
Oh, I don't know enough of them to actually give an opinion on that. Anyway, excellent. Thank you guys so much. I think we're gonna wrap up here. It's been going on for 3.5 hours, and NFL is starting in half an hour, so that's actually one of the primary reasons why I moved my live streams earlier, because I watch NFL. It starts at 6 p.m. So
What team do you support?
the Chiefs.
Do you bet? Do you bet on it?
No. I learned my lesson with gambling. I don't gamble, man. When I was in like college, I started to do that, and I was enjoying. I used to do accumulators. I used like 10p. You know, you put like 14 teams in there, chance to win.
Oh, I know that one. The bet builders and that.
Yeah. I was really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then one time, I had like £5, and I was like, you know what? Let me put it on. Like, it was a football.
Go big or go home.
I made and I put like on 2 teams to win. It was like, you know, the times you put Man City to beat, like, you know, Sheffield United. That's the day they draw and some nonsense happened. That day I lost my money. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. That's the last time I ever did it.
Was it the day Sheffield played United 3-3? Which one?
No, just an example of like the time you put. When you bet is when like this, you know, that kind of nonsense happens. So from that day, I lost my money. After that £5, me, I don't have much in me, man. I'm weak. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm fine. So
I think my introduction to it was when I did Mbappe to score hat trick, the World Cup, France versus Argentina.
You put thing on that. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, TikTok might come at us for promoting gambling. Let's be careful. All right.
Bro.
Yeah, you know these people are strict.
You know what? I love TikTok shop, man. I love TikTok shopping. Calm.
Thank you
You
guys.
can't do nothing about it anyways. You get me?
I'm fine,
and sharing your experience. I really appreciate it, honestly. Obviously, I couldn't have done it without me just talking for 3.5 hours. So that was really, really nice. Obviously, to the people in the audience, again, I can't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. I'm trying to grow this, build this. This is my 10th live stream. We're growing. We're making progress. I think we had this quite a lot of people in there. 918 have come in and viewed it so far. That's really, really good. So I do want to keep doing stuff like this. I think a lot of interesting conversations, a lot of learning to be had, right? Like, I think some of those conversations were genuinely insightful, and I think there's probably more empathy towards each other's experiences, and like, oh, you know, this is actually what guys go through when you approach a girl, or this is how a girl feels about you when you approach this way, that way, you know, which is, I think, genuinely useful. Like, what you mentioned earlier, Zaina, about like, you know, the intimacy aspects of like girls being less experienced, quote unquote, so they want someone they're more comfortable with, blah blah.
Yeah.
I genuinely never really thought about it that way before, so that was very, very insightful. So really appreciate everyone sharing. Jojo, yeah, it's been great. Yes, maybe next week come and join us. Actually, I'm gonna be off for Christmas next week. I'm gonna take a little Christmas break.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna be back after that. We're gonna be doing a year roundup. Everyone's doing it. I might as well get in on the act. So a socio-political roundup of the year. I'm gonna try and pick again probably 4 or 5 stories of what's going on during the year that's been really exciting. Break down the social reaction, the political reaction, all that kind of stuff. I do politics as well, and that's not the sexiest thing to do, but I really enjoy it. So I might start mixing.
Yeah, I don't indulge in that one now.
Yeah, so
I don't indulge in that one now.
I mix it inherently.
That one can get you arrested if you say the truth too much.
The aim of What in the World Weekly is meant to be exactly that, like what's going on in the world, you know, like let's talk about it. It's like a little town square type of thing. So it's Sunday afternoon / evening, all the kind of stuff that's going on during the week. Let's just rap about it. Let's get more insightful beyond like the kind of Twitter conversation of like you're going at this person, you're going at that person, and let's actually have some insightful thing about actually, you know, how did you genuinely feel about it? What did you think? Start getting deeper into understanding each other and understanding the world around us. So that's the aim for why I'm doing this. So if that sounds compelling to you, please follow me. You know, appreciate reaching my follower goals. That's really nice. Thank you guys so much. So please follow me. There's gonna be more coming. Generally speaking, I go live every Sunday at 2 p.m. The time doesn't change. The day doesn't change. So stick around for the next one. And as I get more idea about the topics and stuff, I'll upload it. But thank you guys so much for joining, for making it such an enjoyable conversation, and hopefully see all of you and more. Tell your friend, tell a friend. You know, the more opinions we have, the more insight and perspective, the better it is for everyone involved, right? Because if you just had, like, it was just me and maybe someone else, probably wouldn't have lasted this long, because at some point we'll run out of stuff to talk about, right? So the more people we have on there. And again, every week, like third week in a row, having guests, it makes it 100 times better. Yeah, so I want to try and make that continue to happen. So I think someone mentioned, Jojo said, she might feel more comfortable to come on next week. Anyone else that feels that way, do come on. Do message me privately about I want to come on. Suggest topics as well. This is meant to be community as well, so it's not just me coming up with stuff. So if you see something during the week that you want to,
who pays on the first date? I'm kidding.
The person that initiates, innit?
Something that you want to talk to the community about. You have some very strong opinions on it. That's what makes for great conversations. You're coming at it saying isn't it crazy that X, Y, Z this, and then someone then comes and says, I actually agree with you.
You know what would be
X, Y, Z.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say it'd be really good if you did an AI live, talking about AI, industry use, etc. I feel like you could get some really interesting dialogue about that.
For sure. All those things. Thank you for mentioning that. I'll actually write it down. It's always a bit of a challenge sometimes trying to calibrate, what it should be. And sometimes it comes from a genuinely small place. Like last week we did nihilism, and that came from a tweet from the FBI talking about
oh nice, that's so interesting.
Yeah, and the lives are recorded as well, so I'm going to be posting it to YouTube probably tomorrow because it's a big file to download. So that's going to be on there as well. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining. Please do try and follow me so you can get more highlights and stuff when it comes on live.
Actually, yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. Nice. I know.
Also saying that.
Yeah, what did you say first?
I was gonna say the answer to your question: who pays on the first date? The person that eats the most. If you're yam up too much, I pay for the rascal.
That's an original perspective on it. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
you get me.
That's hilarious.
On that exciting and original note, I'm gonna shut it down now. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you.
All right. Merry Christmas to the lot to you, and enjoy your holidays and that.
Happy New Year, happy holidays.
Bye guys. Happy New Year, happy holidays.
Bye everyone.
Happy Christmas, Merry New Year. Love that.